Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all having a good day today. I came down to somebody had messed with some stuff, and I had a landslide of stuff that I'm waiting to organize. That was fun. I got to clean that up. Still getting used to where I put things. Can't find anything, and I haven't even put everything away yet. But it is what it is. I will get used to it. I hope you all are having a good day. Hello, Carol Crazy. How are you today? I do need to make note to put my stuff up. I forgot to put my stuff up again.
Well, you're not really late, Carol. We were actually, well, I guess we were a minute or two late.
I just
So,
got here, so it's okay.
yeah.
I'm just now starting.
Yeah, right.
I haven't accomplished anything on stream yet.
Diddly squat.
I'm actually putting all my stuff up now that I normally put in the chat. Kind of give everybody reference of where my stuff is and whose it's and what's it, because everybody needs to know these things. My
Right.
grandchild's coming down laughing about something, and I don't know what it is, and I hope I don't have to mute for it.
No, you're good. So, I'm going to bring in the garbage can, right? From the street.
Uh-huh.
On my way back in, the little step, but not the steps. The little step up.
Mhm.
I went to go step up on it. My foot missed it and almost fell. I walk inside the door, immediately turn to the left, and like, you did not see anything.
Oh, because Ollie was watching you.
Yeah.
Hi, Diana.
Hello,
So,
everyone.
Hi, Diana.
I made these little keychains yesterday during Lisa's stream that I will put on the bag when I ship it, because this is what I do. This is a miniature of the side. It's a shrunk down version of it. Marcia.
Yes.
Carol, that's Marcia. I think it says Marcia O next to her name. Unless you're on the phone, you can't see it because it'd be tiny.
Yeah,
So,
it's like it's minuscule. You need a magnifying glass and then some good eyesight and a magnifying glass.
so I made this nice little keychain for her, and key fob or whatever you want to call it. It's whatever she wants it for. Bag charm. I made a big one. This is like mimics the very front of the bag. It's a much larger version of it. So yeah. So I did that.
That'd be fantastic.
And then I've got these are just holding this pocket in place because when I stitch it all together, but I made this pocket large. My whole hand fits in it, and as does my phone is big. Oh, I must be on my cord. I wrapped my phone cord around my chair leg. Let me get that off of there because I can't move my phone now. Can't charge my phone either when you got the chair leg on it. I'm pulling the cord out of the.
Um, I'll be right back, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go check on your food. By the way, there was no sauce on the bottom.
Ollie's was.
Well, that was Ollie's. So.
Now I have. Oh, hi, Francis. Now I can plug my phone back in. But as you can see, that's what I was going to show you is I got the pocket, and my big phone fits in the pocket. So it'll fit inside the zipped bag. And my phone is large. It is a large phone. So I do have a rather large phone. It's thick, it's big, and it fits in here. So I made sure she has a very adequate pocket. And then she has a smaller pocket where she could keep some monies in here, which is a much smaller pocket. But she can put a bank card, a driver's license, a few bucks, whatever, down in that one. And then she has the big area, which is, my whole hand fits in there. Uh-oh.
I'm back.
One of these came off. You gotta find the other piece to it. Oh, look. It's in here. Rolling around like a cray-cray.
Oh, dear.
Right back in that hole.
Oh, dear. I left my oven on. Don't tell anybody.
We won't tell the internet.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
We won't. You did.
I know.
We will not repeat that Marcia left her oven on.
I just found it. Was wondering why it was all
Yeah, but it
warm
wasn't
there.
on that long.
No, that's true.
But for those that remember or don't remember, I did put the straps here so she could slide a belt through this and wear it as a hip bag. She could actually tie something onto this bottom piece and carry it. Carry something extra on here. I might make her a strap to put things on. Make a little pocket that goes through here and hangs right here. And she can carry it on either side because both sides have those straps. And I don't have pretty nails because the lady at the salon screwed them up royally, and I cut them all off last night. They're aggravating me. So she will be getting these once I put the strap on, which will be connected onto the sides here. She can hang these off of it just as some designs.
Make it nice, purty, you mean?
I see that Sandra came in. Hello, Miss Sandra.
How come my chat is not coming up?
I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, here we go. Yes, Sandra, hi. I found it. Hi, Sandra.
What, is it not warm?
Luke. Barely.
Oh.
Did I miss Britta? Oh, Britta Tricky came on. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Britta.
Hi, Britta. I missed Britta. I was in discussion with husband at the time, which is not fun.
It's close. Oh, God.
What did you kick? Did you run into Body?
No, I ran into the ladder.
Oh, okay.
First I tripped. Then I dropped my fork. Then I need a cabinet. And then I kick it down.
That's because he was mean to his grandmother today?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Has nothing to do with that.
Yes, it does. It has everything to do with that. Karma
It's
comes
called
back and bites you.
Yeah, called karma.
I'm going to measure this. This is going to be fun to stitch because I'm going to be stitching inside the bag.
Oh, I hate inside confined stitching. No, don't hate. I dislike immensely.
Strongly dislike.
Strongly, yes. Yeah.
Me too. And I fussed at my daughter about borrowing my scissors and then
Your new scissors?
No, my purple
Oh.
ones. But she borrowed them for something and then didn't return them. I was looking for them last night and couldn't find them because they weren't here because she left them over at the other cutting table.
Oh, dear.
It's like, don't borrow my stuff and not return it. She goes,
Yeah.
I did. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
I expected it to be here, and it wasn't.
Everybody at the house is kind of high strung and grumpy right now because Monday
Yeah.
is the day we're doing.
Did you inform her that I
Uh-huh.
Okay.
She didn't have to do that. She actually was able to sell some stuff in between the little bit that she got off of there and the stuff she sold. It was stuff she was looking to sell anyway.
Yeah.
She had enough money to do it
Fantastic.
and do the extra stuff, you know.
Yeah. Good deal. I'm glad. It's for a sad reason, but I'm glad she got enough money to be able to do everything.
Diana is getting help at work. She's training somebody.
Oh, thank God for small favors. Now, do they come with an air conditioner, Diana?
Yeah, that's you got to train the girl to bring a portable air condition unit to work so that you can have
Right.
that. Topher, did you kill yourself coming down the stairs?
Almost.
Okay.
The food almost went everywhere.
It's okay. I'd eat yours.
You did not see
Do not lean on my boxes. Pick up whatever you dropped.
that paper towels?
You make a mess.
Just give me. Yeah.
No, just don't take them all. You're not getting all of them.
I would give it back because it's on the floor as well. What is this?
I asked you about rinsing that, and you said you wouldn't, and you didn't take it to do it.
I forgot. Was that at the top of my list of doing things at that moment?
Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Elizabeth. Oh, this. I'm having to learn the different idiosyncrasies of this chat. This one doesn't automatically roll up,
Yeah,
at least on me.
mine does that at times.
That's right. You're making me a salad.
Yeah, so I didn't see Elizabeth come on. So I have to figure this out.
There's more in that one. I'm not joking, but there is.
There.
I'll eat my other raviolis tomorrow for lunch.
Ooh.
And my shrimpies.
Promise that. Because what, you got 2 more days?
Yeah, we have a house rule that if you bring leftovers home and you don't eat them in 3 days, then someone else will eat them for you.
On the third day, or you have to wait to the fourth day?
If they
That's
sat
it?
for 3 days, then someone can eat them.
Okay. So 12:01.
My leftovers, Topher scopes them out all the time.
Of course. Hello. He knows Grandma gets good stuff.
Well, I would scope up Mr. Jeff's this time, but it's lasagna. I'm not big on lasagna.
Oh. Now
I see
has he had
Elizabeth's comment still.
I'm going back upstairs. I'll try not to fall down the stairs.
F Pate. Hello, F Pate.
I prefer to fall up.
F. Pate, I hope you do have AC now. Please tell me yes.
Yes. Tell me you have it. Otherwise, I'm going to get very upset at your people.
I prefer to fall up the stairs than down the stairs.
That's true. Falling up the stairs is a little better.
It's way better. All you have to do is stick out your hands.
Don't break your wrist.
Been
Yes,
there,
she's
done
got it.
Yeah.
She's got AC.
I've already done that.
He broke his arm already just above his wrist.
Yeah, well, F Pate's got AC.
Yay.
Yay, F Pate.
A lady in my chat, I said, you broke your arm just above your wrist.
No, I basically.
No, that's where she had one of the pins. You broke it right up here, right above the wrist.
Oh. Why does it always hurt here?
Because your wrist sat and didn't get used, so you got weak and you haven't been working it.
What the hell am I supposed
And
to do?
exercising it.
I don't have anything to
Something
use.
other than computer mousing.
Yeah, right.
This is my keyboard hand.
Okay.
Same thing. You need to actually do range of motion exercises.
And my fingers get more of the moving and everything.
Okay. Now I get to. I'm drawing water in case people don't in the kitchen sink.
I hear it.
You hear it? That's what I
It's either
figured.
that or you're peeing.
No, I'm not peeing. That's water in the kitchen sink. I gotta soak a casserole dish for a little bit.
So we can't tell rumors about Marcia peeing on the internet while she was on the internet.
No, I have bathed on the internet with you guys, but you know. Hmm. I don't remember if it was you or who's. I think it was in a chat. Nobody could hear that I was bathing. It was in a chat. I said I'm going to go take a bath. And then some stupid reason I mentioned I was in the bathtub because I was aching and I used Epsom salts in the bathtub. And so, yeah,
Oh, soaking in the tub's a good thing sometimes.
yes. So that's what I was doing. So while I think it was Lisa's I was on, and I soaked in the bathtub.
I am trying to
Yeah.
get this started so that I can move it where it's visible to everybody else. But it needs to be most visible to me at this moment to get it started.
Elizabeth, um, I had kind of a rough day, but being on here makes it better, to be honest with you, because I can giggle and laugh and
Hang out with us cool people.
people. Yeah, with cool people. Yeah. So, yay. Okay, now I can turn the light off and hope I don't get bothered again.
Haha.
Yeah, right. Ah,
Ow!
what'd you do? Poke yourself?
When you're holding a needle in your hand like this, you should not do this.
Well,
I stabbed
hello.
myself.
Hello, are you blooding?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, these are kind of blunt needles,
Oh, okay.
but if you stab yourself hard enough, they don't feel good still.
Oh, yeah. But at least you aren't blooding on the leather or the thread or whatever.
Uh-huh. I knew I had a hole there to get that started. Get everything on the right side to work with.
Mm.
Move this up here.
Elizabeth's in the middle of making dinner, so she's listening.
Awesome. What you making? What kind of goodies? We splurged last night because it was my
Did
daughter's
Diana,
birthday.
did you leave us already?
She said
Oh,
she only
Diana.
had 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, poor Diana has to go to work. But she needs somebody to bring in an air conditioner.
At least she's getting help.
Yeah. Yep. She should have her do the outside work. Make sure she's really well trained in that. Let Diana do the inside for a while. Oh.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? I just found out. Let me see something. Hang on. Chat, comments, connect. See if it'll connect.
Hmm. So yeah, this is just going to be fun with me playing inside the bag a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Yay. Yay. The only problem with this is I can't watch you
And the chat,
and the chat at the same time.
well, that bites.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then if you use the computer thing that you don't feel like messing with,
Yeah, I'll have to. You're going to make me dig out that thing, aren't you?
you don't have a tablet?
No.
Because you could use a tablet and just or a second phone.
Yeah.
Because that's like I'm in the chat. I'm in here twice. I'm logged in over here, and that's the one everybody sees. But I have myself in here a second time, but it's not in. It's not on the thing on the what do they call it? The stage. I didn't put it in the
Stage.
stage. It's backstage, and
But
that
you
way I
see what
can
you
view it
see.
on my
Yeah.
computer
Right.
so that I can watch the chat and everything.
Yeah. Hmm. I'll have to. I'll play with it another night. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I am going to go out, put the app back in, and do that. That way I can see the chat and watch what you're doing at the same time.
You can
So
do that in the chat. I mean, in the app.
yeah, in the app I can watch both at the same time. In the web version, you can't.
Huh. See, I never do it on my phone anyway.
I'm lazy, okay? I don't like digging out my computer. I should
I,
buy myself a
I keep
tablet,
my
but I
computer
haven't.
up all the time.
Oh, no. Mine's probably got dust on it in its
This
case.
whole concept of people not keeping their computers up and active is like cray cray to me. It's like,
Well,
what on earth are you thinking?
that poor thing will probably want to update everything the minute I turn it on, so I'll have to maybe turn it on tomorrow and let it sit and update for a while. So let me go and I'll keep a listen for when I pop back in because I have to put the app back in.
Yes, dear.
Thank you, Mama. Bye.
Oh, I can't see the hole. If I pull this back a little bit, if I can see where the thread came through a minute ago. Aha, there it is. Yeah, now you can see me. I need a light behind me. Oh, I can put this in here, which won't affect you, but greatly affects me in a positive manner. Because now I can see inside the bag. Having tacos for dinner. That used to be such a fun time growing up. My mom would do that. And she'd cut all the things up and put them in all the different bowls, the shredded lettuce, the chopped up tomatoes, all the different toppings. And then she would put something on this table. I mean, on the table, and then put the skillet with the meat in it. And we would make homemade tacos. And if something happened and our taco shells all got broken, we would just crunch them up and turn it into a taco salad. Those were days. Damn. Those were good days. I see a Miss Marcia.
Yeah, and somehow I did something wrong. Let's see if it'll let me do
Marcia
that.
did a thing.
Yeah.
Me
Oh,
too. While you were gone, I remembered I had this light, so I put the light in here.
oh, good. Well,
You
I
can
can't
you
see
can
just a
see.
minute. I'm having to find my avatar again.
Everybody can
Because
see and hear.
when you deleted of course my avatar. So now I got to go back and find this stupid picture.
And put my little thing in there. I can see what I'm doing. Then I can quit picking it up and putting it in my face and make it where nobody else can see it. Yes, homemade tacos are the best.
Oh yeah.
Now, when I was a little girl in California, I loved going to my friend's house. See, because they were from Mexico originally.
Mm.
And there we would go there. I was like 5 years old, and we would go there, and their mom would make fresh, homemade tortillas, both corn and flour. We would get home from school, and we would mistakenly get quote air quotes mistakenly get off at their stop because the kids would say, "Oh, Mama's making tortillas today," and so we would stop by, and she would always hook us up. Yeah, always the best. And she would even send them home with us. And they were only like a stop or two down the road from my grandma's house, which is where we were going anyway.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong hole. Back over here. There we go.
Oh, I would love a good homemade taco. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
even though I did have a very good dinner.
I would love to find a Hispanic lady in my area willing to teach so that I could learn the authentic way, not the internet way,
Yeah, right.
to make them.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that I could Google Fu me a recipe
Oh yeah.
and instructions.
Right.
But learning from someone where that is their culture
Hmm.
is far better.
I used to make a casserole, and it had the taco. It was with bisquick
Uh huh.
and the meat,
Mm-hmm.
and then you cut it in squares,
Uh huh.
and then you have your tomatoes and lettuce and sour cream and all that, all your other stuff on the side and your sauce, and you cut a nice size, whatever size square you want, and you put all your stuff on the top of it, and yeah, that was good.
Jeff does one, but he uses the cornbread, the Jiffy cornbread mix
Hmm.
instead of the biscuit.
Well, see,
So it
the
makes it
corn,
like a corn tortilla.
yeah, corn taco, yeah.
Both are
The
very
bis, the Bisquick tastes more like the flour one.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can do it either way. Yeah,
Yep. I have to remember that.
yeah. Bisquick has I think it was called Impossible Taco Pie, and it is good. And so you can pre-make all your sides, you know, and you just put big spoons in it so everybody can pick what they want and, with a spoon out. And oh, I'll take this much of this and chop up your lettuce, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, that looks
I'm
so cool.
pulling it down and pulling it snug so it doesn't buckle or anything.
Yeah.
I could have put the sides over this piece, but it would have been harder because the side is double layered thick.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's easier to take this one and it
And go
molds.
over.
You can see how it molds right around that side, right?
Yeah.
How it's just
Yeah.
folding right over it.
Yeah.
And it'll do that even though down here it looks, you can see it puckering.
It won't. But by
It
the time
won't.
you sew it, it
By
won't
the
when you
time I
just sew
stitch
it.
it, pull those stitches tight, it'll
Yeah.
pull it down just like this.
Yep.
It'll be nice and smooth.
Yeah, and I'd rather have the front, the smooth edge, instead of the, instead of the sides.
Yep.
Except I hate doing inside stuff.
That's okay. I've got my flashlight in there. See? Well, I got this little portable light, and so
Yeah,
it lights it up in there really well.
yeah.
And so I've
'Cause
just got it laid like this,
yeah.
and so I can see where the holes are now.
Cheat any way you can, honey.
Makes it a little bit easier because once I see where that hole is, I can push it through. Then I can get it through the next hole on this side and pull it. And where the heck is Terry?
Don't know. Hope his wrist is feeling better. Or he didn't do more damage to it because he's not stopping using it.
Well, he's right-handed. He doesn't know how to do anything left-handed, it seems.
Yeah.
And, he needs to be doing things left-handed instead of right-handed. And he's
Yeah.
set in his ways,
Yeah.
which I understand.
Yeah. Aren't we all in some way?
The only way when I injured my hand at one point, the only way I stopped myself from using it was I put on the god-awful brace they gave me, which made it totally impossible for me to actually do anything with my hand.
Yeah, right.
That's how I made myself quit using it.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. I have Sesame Street songs in my head.
You were watching Sesame Street today?
No. Oh, I do want to say, anyone that is available Monday, please come in my chat and keep me happy. Because Monday is going to be a hard day. We are taking Coda, the elder German Shepherd, who is my daughter's retired service animal, for his final ride for crossing the Rainbow Bridge. And today verified to me that he is kind of ready. He usually, when I would come out from working just to go potty, he would jump up and run to the door with me and wait for me to go pee, for me to go pee in the bathroom. Hi, Dash. And today he
Hi,
just kind
Dash.
of looked at me like, I really don't want to get up. And so I told him to stay put. And it was like a relief that I told him to stay there.
Yeah,
He looked relieved that I didn't want him to get up. Well, yesterday when we came back from my daughter's birthday dinner, he was in the hallway, and when he went to turn around, his leg gave out from underneath him.
Oh.
And he had a hard time getting his feet underneath him. He would walk, and this one would slide out, then this one would slide out. And so he was just sliding all over the place, his rear end.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Carol said she has a Cookie Monster on her leg.
Monday, Carol. Monday afternoon, we're going to take him. And yeah,
Getting
this
a pup
weekend,
cup.
Topher will dig the hole. I think I'm just going to go get one of the foot lockers they sell like at Walmart.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to get one of those to put him in. And we'll put some lime down in the bottom of it because
did you check with Josh? Because he normally likes them frozen.
He doesn't want the whole body.
Oh.
I don't think. There's no place for me to put the whole thing.
What's he gonna mount for her? Just the head?
No, I'm going to give him the skeletal remains.
Oh, you're gonna let him decay. Okay.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons to put him in the trunk, is so that everything is laying right there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my daughter is actually going to have his bones reconstructed, his skeletal remains reconstructed into a seated position. And she's going to put him in the corner of her stream room. And that way she can just have him there with her forever to look over her. And if she ever decides that she doesn't want to do that, she can bury the rest of him.
Yep.
But that box from Walmart is not high quality, so
Yeah. It'll
any
decay.
liquids will be able to get through it.
Yeah.
But I might actually drill some holes in it ahead of time.
Yep.
That way nature can take its course and he can feed
Yep.
the critters of the soil.
Yep. Yep.
And we're just going to do it the best way possible.
Yep.
We are going to take him to have all the things that, he's going to get his pup cup. He's going to get his burger. He's probably going to eat a piece of chocolate. Because it really doesn't matter how healthy it is.
Right.
But the last couple of weeks, since right before I went to Florida through now, there has been a significant change in his mobility. And that means the quality of life.
I don't know if it's the same with dogs, but when I had to have a cat put down, even when she was dying, she was peeing. So you might want to put something underneath him.
Well, she'll be in he'll be at the vet.
Oh, he's coming in the mobile thing, and he'll do it in the.
Nope, the mobile was going to cost almost twice as much.
Oh dear.
So I have some steps that are equestrian steps, and I'm going to take those and put those at the back of the Tahoe, and we're going to help him walk up and get in the Tahoe. And they will help us put him back in the Tahoe after everything's over.
Okay.
And when we get home, Topher will go get the lawnmower with the wagon on the back of it.
Yep.
And we will put him in that and drive him to the back of the yard.
Right.
Which I'm debating on bringing the box with us.
That might not be a bad idea, sweetheart.
I think it would be better.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's kind of icky when they get stiff. So you might want to put him in the box. Take the box with you.
Yeah.
Elizabeth says she has a handsome young man here that wants Marcia and Tori and Marcia to say hi to him. Hello, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen. I hope you're doing well today.
Hope it's a good day.
Give Mom a hug.
Hello, roses are red. I'm assuming it says violets are blue.
Yeah, it's Hi, Kim.
Kim? Okay, Kim is roses are red.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Kim. Thank you, Dash, for being there for Tori and family.
I appreciate it. It's going to be a hard day. We have had Coda with us most of his life. I went with my daughter to pick him up. So, yeah. His first family ride was in my car. His last family ride will be in my car. And that's just going to be hard. And today I realized how hard it was going to be.
Yeah. Oh, I did it again.
What'd you do?
I went black screen. I got to go out and come back in again.
It's that app.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was having trouble with the app.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah, it is, Sandra, and that's it's we know the decision we're making is the right one. With watching his decline, we absolutely know it's the right decision, because he is the type dog that if he gets hurt, he will not let you know he's hurting. Hi, Samantha. And
Can you let
so
me in
I am.
again?
Say that again.
Let me in again? Or am I in?
You're in.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that he is in pain, and because I kind of confirmed that today when he kind of looked at me like, I can't get up to walk with you.
Yeah.
That kind of made me,
Yeah.
that it was like, okay, yeah, he is in pain. He's not telling us he's in pain.
Yep.
No whimpering, whining, and stuff like that. He's just not moving
Yeah.
like he would.
I had a lab like that. I had to have put down too, because she just couldn't get up anymore. To take her outside, I had to pick her up, and I was a lot stronger then.
And he's been a healthy boy. No, nothing. He's been a very healthy boy since we got him.
Yeah. We're lucky because German Shepherds a lot of times have problems
Yeah.
because of it. I'm sorry to say, they inbred them too much.
Yeah, and I think he's one of the lucky ones that wasn't.
Yeah.
Sage is spastic. She's kind of special in the head. The other Topher's German Shepherd. She came from we did not get her from a breeder. We got her from an elder couple. The lady's husband was Alzheimer's, dementia, all that kind of stuff, and she wanted to give him a companion. So she got him a German Shepherd, not realizing the amount of time and attention they require.
Oh, any animal does, if you're going to take care of it properly.
Shortly after they got said German Shepherd puppy, the lady put the dog up for sale in the newspaper because she realized it was too much. And so we went and checked her out and got this little pup and brought her home. We are going to have her on watch the whole time after Monday. Her and Coda bonded immediately. We were teaching, go crate and stuff like this, and she learned the concept of going in the crate. She just didn't learn the concept of whose crate to go in. And so we would often find the two of them together snuggled up. And even when we wouldn't tell them to crate, because that's just where their bed was.
Yeah.
And they wanted to go lay down, they would go in the crate to lay down. And they were always together.
Yeah.
Until she got too big. And trying to get in the crate together meant somebody's face got stepped on and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't so easy, so we convinced them to get in different crates.
My daughter has her two Catahoulas. Originally, they had separate crates. Well, I don't care what you did, they would pile into one crate. And they're on top. They were practically like on top of each other, It got ridiculous. So she looked at her husband and said, well, we need one bigger crate. So they got one of the largest crates you could get. And so then now when they go in their crate, they're in together because they're sisters. So yeah, they want to be together all the time. Okay. Samantha said, Percy's looking fabulous, and he needs you to be strong for him, Tori.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And Dash says, I know what it's like. Mine was a cat, got it as a kitten. She waited at the door for me to come home. Yeah, I know that one too. And Elizabeth said, Stevenson's love to both of you when he said thank you and he had a great day. Oh, fantastic. And she says, okay, let's see if
Trying to make sure they get the dogs fed and don't put the dog outside. Hi, Stacy. Making Kendra's corset purse. Got this side getting tougher and tougher as I go down. When I get about here, I'll get happy because coming up this side will make it easier and easier. Right now, I'm still in the harder. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah. Oh,
Harder and harder as I go.
yeah. That bottom corner, that bottom circle, oval, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a bitch. Hi, Stacy.
So Monday there might be some discussions about stuff. I might put on a bunch of pictures and let them scroll of him while I'm doing stuff. And,
Stacy said purse is looking great, Tori.
thank you. Now that I have more people in here, I'm going to take a break for a minute and show you. I made her some things that I'll be able to hang off the bag itself. This is the same as the side of the bag, except I didn't put the holes in this because it would have looked awkward.
Yeah.
But I made that double-sided. And then I made this piece. It's kind of a blow up of it. Instead of being a miniature, I blew this one up and made it bigger. But that way she can carry it just, or she can attach it to keys, whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
She can leave them at her house. She can throw them away. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the purple touches too.
Yep. It's that's what Kendra picked. And when I make bespoke goods, I make bespoke goods. You want just a little purple, you get a little purple.
Yeah. You find that hole yet?
No.
I can tell you're searching for it. Yeah, the accessories are adorable, Samantha said.
Yeah, and I do that when I make. I mean, those don't get paid for. It's something I do when I'm making bags and stuff for people. Is I usually toss a little something in. It's like I made a second bag. It's a hip bag for her husband that has the letter G on it for his first name. And for that one, I made a puppy bag, a puppy keychain, because he delivers for UPS, and so he carries puppy treats, and this is his puppy treat bag. And Marcia is making some drop-in liners for it, so it'll be easy to keep it clean. And I made this, and with that, you can actually drop an air tag in here, when you can unhook this carabiner, and you can drop an air tag in it, and it will fit like right here. And then hook it back and put it on your keys, and that way you don't lose your keys.
Yeah,
Like
because
some people have done in the past.
like evidently from what Kendra said, he does a lot.
Yeah, so he misplaces his keys, so this will stop him from misplacing his keys and not being able to find them. But it'll just flaps over. There's no closure on it. That way he can just flip it open, easily put his hand in there, and it'll fit on his belt. It'll fit up to like a 3-inch belt.
Yep.
So yeah, it's like I made this for him. And so the keychain was just a little something extra.
Yeah. Hannah said, oh my God, the puppy keychain is adorable, isn't it?
Yeah, it was fun to make.
And I loved when she said, I was the one that recommended to Tori, you can fit a tracker thing in there, because she was saying he always loses his keys. And so when she heard that, she was all over that like a cloud.
I could do a thing. I could make it double and make it do this, and I can do this, and ooh, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
And Kendra was like, yeah, that works.
I can get an air tag and put in there, and then maybe he won't lose his keys anymore.
Or at least you'll be able to find them when he
Find them. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I for the people that are new here, I specialize in true bespoke goods. Um, I don't think I've ever made two identical items
I
that
know one for sure you didn't make identical.
are truly identical. Oh, I'm gonna leave that other piece in there right now. I'll pick it up in a minute.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
How you feeling, sweetheart? I gotta stay out of outside, I swear.
Stay out of outside.
Yep. In other words, stay in the house where the air's filtered. God, I go outside and with the growing and the rain and stuff in here that's growing and the pollen and the whole bit because I'm allergic to a lot of pollen, grasses, all kinds of crap. It's
You're
driving me
allergic to your
crazy.
yard, huh?
Yeah, I'm allergic to my yard.
I understand that concept.
Renee says she's worn out. Take it easy on yourself, honey. Be careful. Hannah says she gave my two Sphinx cats a bath this evening. Now I'm in pain with back due to bending for prolonged time. Oh, I hate
Yep.
that.
I
Yeah.
absolutely understand that concept.
Hi, Courtney. Courtney Reed's here.
Hi, Courtney.
Stacy, honey, there's days that is just a day that you wish you didn't have or that don't exist. It's called super burnout. Yeah, I know those days now and then. Yep. Yeah, they're bad days when you're just
Mama said there'd be days like
days like
this.
this.
There'd be days like this, my mama said.
My audio keeps going quiet. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
Is that the right hole? Nope, wrong hole.
Oh dear.
Almost skipped one. Ha ha.
Nope, not
No
allowed.
skipping.
No skipping. Is that better, Hannah?
Whew, now you're louder.
Oh, well, let me lower it a little.
No, it's good. It's good.
Oh,
Good audio.
oh, okay. Okay.
It's not like it does not sound like Robbie.
Mm.
You know, no
Oh,
scream. You're not screaming.
okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Hannah. Oh, when I had to bathe my cats, both of mine did not get upset, did not scratch. They just cried like crazy. I mean, sounds like I was killing a baby.
Ollie has been known to get in the bathtub with the cats. Just shirt and just put on some shorts and t-shirt, and literally jump in the tub with the cat and sit with the legs open, the cat between the legs, petting the cat, calming them, and washing them.
Stacy said,
One,
no,
two.
Renee said, oh, she went to doctor's appointment with a gastric doctor. Oh, yeah, those are fantastic. Yeah, not. And Stacy said, Marcia, today is a day of rest for me. Well, sorta. Have housework, but not going to work. Have only 2 days off this week. Oh, I am so happy I am retired. Let me tell you, gang, it's the best thing. But save up your money because the cost of living has sure as hell gone up since I retired. And Social Security doesn't mean shit. Excuse me for my language. Okay,
I figure I'll work until I die.
yeah.
I'll die sitting at my computer working.
I had a boxer that used to love to come in the shower with me. We had a large, my folks' house had a large shower, and holy cow, you'd get in there and she'd stand at the door whining and going, till you opened the door and let her in. It was a miracle to get a shower by yourself. You know that thing I told you I bought somebody that was being delivered?
Uh-huh.
He got it and he loves it.
Awesome. It was just a reminder piece.
Yeah, right. That's what I told him. Said, need to remind you
Yeah, the other day
continuously. So,
I did a check-in text and I hate people. I'm tired of people, I think is what it said. I said, I
I'm
hear
sorry.
you.
Oh,
It was one of those, I hear you, wish I lived closer.
yep.
And I do think if I ever did hit the lottery for real, of any money worth anything really, I would
Hmm.
buy a place down there. I would take care of stuff here, but then I would, if I had enough money, if I won the lottery so that I could take care of my business here and have money to buy a second house, I would buy one down there
Yeah.
and spend half my time down there. And
Oh, Hannah, you're gonna miss some powerful information tonight. So my suggestion is, uh, as soon as you get a chance, watch the replay of Lisa's life tonight.
I can't find the second hole. I think I'll pull it up through this hole first. Just get it up there. Then find the other hole that it just came there. I think that's the right one. Let me double check.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I agree with you, Stacy. Why can't we all win the lottery? Should be a law.
Because then it would be like participation trophies.
Yeah.
You participated with life, therefore you win the lottery.
Yeah, right.
Oh, if only it was that easy. And yes, I am very aware that I'm only pulling out half of the thing. I've got the other pieces in here, trying to see what I'm doing. It's the only downfall of this little light is it doesn't.
Oh, we got hello, evil Jeff.
Hello, my honey.
He says one of his favorite dogs, Perry, was a Cocker Spaniel Chow mix. He was abandoned. Found him a couple of days before Christmas while I was at work. Had the family come meet him, and that was that. Stacy says I'm trying. Last ticked
One, two,
was
four.
34.50, only missing a few zeros. But hey, get to play again. LOL.
Yeah.
So, yep. Yeah, a few. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros would have been good. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three more, 3 zeros, 3 more zeros onto that would have been perfect, Stacy. Because by the time, I don't know, you're in Canada. I don't know what Canada's percentage is, but
I don't think that's the right hole.
here it's about half. By the time you get done with it, you wind up with about half. Florida doesn't have state income tax, so we're lucky on that.
I got my ring stuck. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah,
Well, you don't know, Sandra. She says if everyone won the lottery, all the prices would be higher in proportion to everyone's lottery winnings. Yeah,
that's a great possibility.
yeah, because also nobody would work. Where do you get the people to work?
Yeah, if everyone wins the lottery, nobody works. That's true.
Oh, Stacy says, I love the Canada Lotto. We don't pay taxes on the winnings, just the interest when in account. So we get the full winnings. Oh, how nice.
Did I just put the wrong one through the hole? No. Tell me I did not do that. I did. Dagnabbit.
Renee said, funny, my dad worked in Georgia and lived, I guess, in Lee, Florida. LOL. Uh, I don't know if she means the city Lee or Lee County. Yeah, Sandra lives in Canada too. We need to send them some money to buy us some lotto tickets in Canada and put
I
it in
don't know.
Canada.
Are Americans allowed to win the lottery up there?
Don't know.
I mean, I hit my little lottery, but it's I hit the lottery here, but it's $10, $15.
Most I ever won's 50.
Okay, let's get the right needle this time and put it through the hole. You can't see.
Samantha said, I'd be happy if everyone here could hit their state lottery once a year. Then everybody here could afford what they need and want.
Okay, where's Mr.
Stacy says it's funny. Her hubby buys his tickets and leaves them on her desk a couple of times a week. That's what he's saying. He says you have to tell him if you're going to win or lose. If you're going to win, he wants you to tell him. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Courtney says her husband works in Virginia and we live in West Virginia. Stacy said the most she ever won was $500 on a pull tab card. It was a good year. Threw a party for my staff at the time. Fantastic. That was nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whee! I got it right. I'm counting holes to make sure I align my holes correctly.
Yeah.
This is one of the not fun parts about this.
Yep. Oh,
Pull snug, pull snug, but because I've done this much of it, and that actually looks really good.
that
Nice and
does.
smooth texture here.
Hmm. Yeah. I like the rounded edges on the front instead
Yeah,
of having the sides come around to the front. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, pets do pick you. You know that.
Yeah.
When we decided we were getting a cat, he went and sat in the floor. We were in a room of 20 something cats,
Hmm.
and this scruffy haired cat came and climbed in Jeff's lap. We watched him. He was across the room. He got up. He stretched, hair all over the place because he was a super long haired cat.
Yeah,
Stretched his
aren't they
old
fun?
body out and sauntered across the room from one end to the other, straight into Jeff's lap, curled up in Jeff's lap, turned and looked up at Jeff like, dude, let's go already.
Yeah, right.
All the other cats in the room came over to get their scritches because that's what cats do.
Hmm.
And then they left and went about their way, went about their business. But he stayed sitting in
Yep.
Jeff's lap. He wouldn't
Yep.
leave Jeff. And by the time we were done, we had three cats sitting with us. We went there to get two. We had
Well,
three
guess
cats
what?
sitting with us. And so I just looked at him and I'm like, so do we get three? And he's like, sure, crazy cat lady. Um, and I went,
That's funny.
I mean, you did have to pay for cats because, you got to pay the shelter. They were a no kill shelter. They need money.
Hmm.
I found out that the adoption fee was actually paid on some of the cats. And what people do is if they cannot get pets of their own, one of the ways they support is they will pay the adoption fee for a pet or two, which will encourage someone that can afford a pet, but paying the adoption fee up front like that is hard for them. So the adoption fee has already been paid for. So it encourages someone to adopt that pet because they're cheaper, if that makes sense. And so,
Makes
and it
sense to
was,
me.
and it was half price cat day. So we got three cats for $12.50. And they gave us cat food and treats. The cats had already been got taken care of as far as their shots go, and all three of them had been neutered. So basically, all we had to do is take them home and love them, and we did. And we loved old Mario till the end of his life.
Yep.
So
Our first
oh,
was a stray that wound up in our yard that the kids just adored. And she was a Australian Shepherd. And she tried to herd you. Let me tell you, she'd nip at your ankles. She'd never bite, but she'd nip at them. And if she wanted you to go one way and you were going another, she'd nip at you. Try and make you. She's herding you, honey. And so, and then we had, at the same time we got her, a little later on, we got a Rottweiler lab mix, which she was the goofiest thing in the world. And then we had two cats. And then we had my mother in law's dog when she went into a nursing home. They couldn't take her. So we got her, which was a Chihuahua. But
a biter.
no, that dog never bit, didn't know a person she didn't love.
Huh.
That dog was socialized out the earlobes. Let me tell you, she was the friendliest Chihuahua I have ever seen, and such a sweetheart. And yeah,
So I have one, two, three holes there.
yeah. So I firmly believe, and Penny just loved the heck out of my husband. Yeah. So the minute he would come home and sit down from work, hello, she was right there. And she did not want him to get up. And he used that to his advantage so that I wound up serving him all the time.
Ah, Jeff found the cat Jeff had when we first got together is one he found at a truck stop. And we used to joke around how he picked up cat stop kitty. And after she passed is when we got the boys.
Yeah.
We found that there was a no-kill shelter in our area. And so we went up there, and they had recently gotten in a ton of cats someone dropped off. I'm thinking the little old crazy cat lady grandma passed away or was being put in a home.
Hmm.
And they took all her cats and brought them up there and dropped them off.
Mm. Dash said she found her kitten living in a PVC pipe. His name is Itty Bitty. Fit in my hand, that's how small he was. Now he doubled in size, and my other two indoor cats are tiny compared to him.
And
And holy cow. Hannah said people in my college class used to call one of the teachers Chihuahuas rats on stilts. The teacher wasn't happy with them and gave them a bollocking. They didn't call them that again.
I call them,
Stacy said, yes, Stacy says I rescued my neighbor's dog. He left her outside pregnant end of October in 1999 and he moved. So I took her and called him and told him I'm taking Kodo as he hasn't been there to care for her. Mm.
yeah, and what Jeff
Jeff,
said is true.
yeah, came into his life sitting in his lap, and he
Yep.
crossed the Rainbow Bridge sitting in his lap. Yep.
Yeah. My cat was sick and we had him in isolation in our bathroom. And Mario was trying to get in there one day. So it's like, okay, we'll let Mario in. And we let Mario in. And that night I went in there. He hadn't been in there that long, but I went in there and he was non-responsive. And so I went and got Jeff because it was his cat. And he went and sat with Mario until Mario had taken his last breath.
Yep.
Mario was a strange cat because he was he was actually what they call a muted calico. Um, you can
Which
look it
is
up.
rare for a male.
Their male calicos are rare. Muted calicos are also not common. So he was like
Yeah.
and when you have a male, they often have come with issues. Mario
Yeah.
was a special kitty. He got his name for a reason. If you've ever played the game Mario, the old game Mario, the way Mario would climb stuff, that is exactly what he did to Jeff. Jeff was sitting at the desk, at his computer desk. Mario comes in there and literally climbs up Jeff's leg, up his chest, and climbed up into and sat on his shoulder. Sat between the chair on the head of the chair, the back of the chair, and on Jeff, just sitting there.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Donkey Kong. He says it was called Donkey
Yeah,
Kong.
yeah. Mario going after Donkey Kong.
Yep.
That's yeah.
Stacy said the one that they rescued was with us for 6 years and she passed.
And we knew that Mario had that little mustache going on too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But he was we noticed that he was special. he was special in the head. And we knew that. We could tell. We weren't, we're not
Yeah.
stupid. We could tell he had issues.
Yeah.
And when I did the research and found the muted calico, it was the first time I'd ever heard of a muted calico. And I'm looking at this cat and I'm going, holy crap.
They have issues, most of them.
Muted calicos have issues. Male calicos has issues. He
Right.
double whammied it.
Yeah.
Um, so, yeah. He would go to the litter box and he would scratch the side of the litter box instead of covering his litter. He would scratch up the side of the litter box
Yeah.
because he couldn't figure it out. The other cats would go in there and cover it up for him.
Yeah.
So
Stacy said the one she rescued was the sweetest Malamute Siberian Husky, one blue eye and one half blue eye.
oh,
Samantha said her first miniature pinscher would nest and sleep in my hair. When she crossed the Rainbow Bridge, she was curled in my hair. She just went to sleep and didn't wake up.
oh, we have a min pin. That's Ollie's. My youngest grandchild's dog is a little brown min pin. And
Hannah
every
says,
now and then she'll come running in here. She'll
yeah.
escape.
Hannah says, Pharaoh always sits on my shoulder and rubs his head against my head. Special in the head. Yes, they're special in the head.
Yeah, we knew Mario was special, and when I looked it up, and it was like, no wonder. And they're also overweight. It's not uncommon for him to be overweight. So he was overweight when we got him, and he remained overweight till the end of life. And we were
Yeah.
okay with that. We didn't care.
Yeah.
We loved you for who you were, kind of thing.
Right.
We loved you.
Stacy had said when she was at a friend's cabin, she saved my life. She warned me, and when I got up to see what she was fussing about, the inside chimney fell and filled the place with smoke. If she didn't warn me, I would have probably slept through it and die from the smoke as the fire was going. Holy shit.
Wow. Oh, that corner worked. Look at this, how it.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. Jeff said Mario was he'd post pics if we could in a chat. Yeah, I understand that want to post a pics in chat that you can't. Yeah. If they'd be so full of pictures, we'd be here sitting going oohing and eyeing all over.
No one would be paying attention to me. They would be paying
You
attention to
paid
their
attention to the
pets.
Yeah, the critters. Yep.
And Stacy, that's actually how we're taking this. Is that my daughter got Coda from a military couple. He was in his crate more often than not at that point, and before we got him. And we've given him, I say we because she's lived with me quite a bit of time since she got him. And so he's had his best life.
Yep. One
All the way at
my
the
our
bottom.
first our my Australian Shepherd, she was fine. Nothing wrong with her. Then one day she was on the side of the house and I went and saw her and I knew. She was not dead, but she wouldn't drink, she wouldn't eat. I had to keep the other dog away from her because the other dog was trying to make her get up and all that. She wasn't going to do it. And so I just sat there with her and she died. And we had her cremated and her ashes in the backyard. The other dogs are just buried there. We will not tell the city that.
Why can you not do that in Florida?
Uh, you're not supposed to.
Really?
No.
Huh.
I agree with you. Wasn't the internet created for sharing memes and pics, pet pics? Yeah, Jeff, you're right. Hannah says Farrell was found at a service station on the motorway, and he's so loving. He's so lucky he didn't get run over and was picked up and taken to a rescue center. Oh, I want one. I want one dash. Sticky
Yeah,
buns just out of
I
the
saw
oven.
that.
I want
Honey.
that and porn. This isn't the channel for that. No, Jeff, I don't think so.
Hi, my husband. Let me see. I am pretty sure that I have at least one Mario picture in my phone.
Renee said she had egg, cheese, tomato, and spinach quiche. Cuddles had 2 helpings and wanted more. Oh,
There's lemurs. That's not it. That's my
not
kid.
my fault today about Jeff and porn. Yeah, it was your fault the other day, Hannah. I'll have to find my invisible jet. LOL.
If it fits, it
Aw.
ships.
Yep. Oh, he's cute. Oh,
And
he
his
is.
hair was long. When
Yeah.
I say he was long-haired cat.
Yeah.
My cat is a normal long-haired cat. Mr. Mario, on the other hand, was a super long-haired cat.
Yeah. Both of mine were Persians, long-haired Persians, with what do they call the ears when it comes to that little fine point at the top with the hair fur
Oh, dear Lord, the
hair.
pictures people have sent me.
Oh, Lordy. Oh,
My husband sent me that picture.
oh.
That's it.
Samantha said pre-deserted Dash's house.
Pre-deserted dash. Dash.
Did you make enough for everybody?
Well, some of
He
you're
said,
talking about if you don't ready to share it all.
Jeff said there are reasons I'm called evil.
That's my husband.
Dash said y'all are welcome. Samantha said beautiful kitty, beautiful.
I know I'm supposed
Manx ears. That's it. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. It was driving me crazy.
I got pictures. Wonder who this is.
Oh, that's a Miss Tori.
No, you know who that is in that picture.
Oh, yeah. Now I do.
That's a CC DeVille.
That's a little poison.
Yeah. Poison.
Yeah. Hannah loved the boots that Jeff sent you a picture of.
Yeah, I don't even know how long ago that was.
Oh, Dash said, we're all welcome and bring your own bottle.
Oh my gosh, my grandchildren. Tiny little things.
Thank you. Holy cow.
I'm looking. That's pictures from this house. Oh, Coda eating a piece of paper. He does that on occasion. He will get a napkin and sit there and he will tear it up into shreds.
Oh, my daughter has one of those cookie. She'll eat anything. I swear that dog eats anything. Jeff says, "LOL. I know Tori loves all kinds of off-the-wall shoes and boots. She can use them for projects. So when I run across something different, I send a pic."
Uh-huh.
Good thinking, Jeff. Yeah.
Because if we're in the position for it, I'll be like, can you grab that for me?
Yeah. Jeff said German shredders and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolute truth. But then you got the good boy taking a nap in his blanket. I go to the secondhand store and buy regular blankets for the dogs
Yeah.
because I can get them for like $6. And if they tear them up, they tear them up.
Yeah. Whatever.
And if they don't tear them, and yes, I am procrastinating at this moment in time because I'm right at the bottom of that thing and my fingers are hurting me.
Yeah. That curve is hard.
Yeah. That was all of those.
Lordy have mercy.
And then I start scrolling pictures. What's my next pictures? Oh, yeah.
Mm. Well, I'm in trouble.
Why?
Those things that we aren't supposed to smoke, cigarettes.
Uh-huh.
I thought I had another pack, but I don't.
My husband and a snick
Oh,
from Robbie's.
yeah. Do you hold any?
No, I did not. Topher did. Then we have the hissing kinkajous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Evil little devils.
Mm-hmm.
Rufus.
He is so cute.
Rufus and Loki.
Mm-hmm.
That's me with the I was in the pen with the boys.
Yeah.
This is when they were feeding at the marsh.
Yeah. Samantha says I have a min pin that even steals my clean socks. She only takes them one at a time and doesn't chew them. She just carries it around and guards it.
I sped up this one.
Yeah. There were a lot of gators.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Were you filming or was Mimi filming?
She was filming for Robbie and I was filming for me.
Okay, gotcha. She does good job filming.
She
She
does.
really.
I actually did some of the filming for Robbie.
Mhm.
And look, there's my husband. He's fondling Diana's balls. And he's proud of it.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Oh yeah.
She broke her fingernails at.
Took them
No,
all off.
wait. You took them. Did you break
I
them
cut
at
them. I
Robbie's?
cut them because they screwed them up at the
But did you
place.
break it at Robbie's or after you got home?
Oh, I broke 3 at Robbie's.
Oh,
Look at that.
jeez.
Sobek.
Oh, oh, isn't he
That's
gorgeous?
Sobek right there. Isn't he
Yeah.
gorgeous?
Yes.
Ricky and Lucy, the Cubans.
Yeah. I have a beautiful picture of Lucy on the nest. Oh my God, she's absolutely beautiful. Renee says, I bet the smell was awful.
When they were feeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, it's kind of rank. Hmm.
It had sat for a quick minute.
Quick minute. It sat for a quick minute before it even got delivered to Robbie's.
Yeah, I don't know how long it sat before it got to Robbie's, but at Robbie's it sat for a quick minute out in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh. Yeah.
That's a croc eye.
Yeah.
My daughter's friends told her to that she needed to go to when she went down to Florida, she needed to get a Cuban. So she sends this to him and says, "I got a Cuban. Now what?"
Yeah. Yeah. Now what do I do with it?
This is from not the last time I went down, but the time before.
Hannah said I couldn't do the stink of that rotting meat. I'd
Yeah.
ended up being sick.
Why am I looking? Oh, that's yay! I remembered I got that now. Critters, like look at that baby.
Yes. You got lucky with some pictures, honey.
Don't talk about that baby like
He
that.
does.
I got some because I want Ollie to do me some line draws, and they have the equipment to do it. Mama with twins.
Yeah.
She got one here and
One
one
here
there.
and one there. Yeah.
When lemurs have twins. Just
No,
beautiful.
I didn't hear about the whole bunch of gators being found in Georgia. Where in Georgia?
Not right here.
Tori hasn't
Southern.
seen them.
I'm pretty sure it's southern Georgia. It reminds me, I got to send stuff to Robbie. Oh, me and a min pin. Ignore me.
Uh,
Min pin. As she escaped and got down here, and so I do that, and then I send a picture to the group chat here at the house and go, "Why do I have a dog?"
our dog's not supposed to be downstairs.
And she's not because she's not. She's paper trained,
Oh.
and
Oh
there's
my
no paper
gosh.
for her down here,
Yeah. Mhm.
and so she's not allowed down here.
It was at the mouth of a river creek thing. Hmm.
Yeah, probably southern Georgia because that would be about
Yeah.
right.
Evil Jeff said I would not mind having gators in the creek behind the house. Yes, you would. You would have to watch the dogs because they'll take a dog.
Oh no, no, no! The creek. You got to understand. My lot is about an acre and a half. Only a third of it is the yard. The creek
Yes,
is
I
on the
know.
very back side.
Yeah,
That
but you still have to fence it.
they wouldn't come up. I don't think they would come up out of the woods. I think they would
Well,
stay in the wood line.
if they were hungry enough, they would.
But then we'd hear about the missing kids on from their motorcycles and stuff. The ones
Yeah.
that are supposed to be back there on their property, but they drive back there anyway.
Yeah. She said there were 20 or so of them after a big storm.
Huh.
Oh, Jeff said the dogs are fenced. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. The dogs are fenced. I really need to transfer pictures off this phone onto the computer.
Yeah.
Because, well, a lot of them are stuff like this from when I was making a hat.
Yeah.
I got pictures where I laid out stuff making a hat.
But if you notice, Robbie's fence is very high because if gators can climb up it, they'll go up and over a fence.
Yeah, we would have to have a
I think he has
Well,
8-foot fences, doesn't he?
we're not going to have dogs here forever anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is from the one before that.
Chain link, they don't go through and if you've buried it in the ground, like a few inches. But yeah, you need like an 8-foot. That's cute.
My Coda laying down.
Taking
He's my
a
buddy.
nap.
He would lay at my feet a lot. Or he would come lay up on the couch next to me. I'd put his blanket up on the couch and he would come climb up on the couch with me.
Yeah.
When I did my leather work upstairs. Because at one time I did do my leather work upstairs. And then another one. Another visit to Robbie's.
Yeah, the younger gators could climb. Yeah. And actually, so can the bigger ones too, because they use their tail to help prop them as they get higher.
And see, Coda likes leather stuff. He would protect. You've seen him probably in some of my thumbnails. He would lay on my boxes.
Yeah.
When I would be going through it, and he's laying on top of it.
That had to be released because that would not have the gator that was found in Lake Erie a couple of in Ohio at Lake Erie a couple of weeks ago. That would not have survived the winter.
On its
And
own.
yes, they can be wicked fast. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne CM. Hello,
Hi,
Suzanne.
CM. Old recipes. I'm trying to find a picture. I know I have some on here.
Ah,
Oh
evil
my!
Jeff is being evil. The current dogs will be the last dogs unless Tori gets a mobility assistance dog.
And I get that, and I'm getting a Cane Corsa.
Oh, they're beautiful dogs.
I know, and they're big,
Yes.
and they scare people just to look at them.
Yep.
Know who that is?
That looks like Tebow.
It is.
So you got to actually see Tebow out of the water this time?
No, not this time. One of my first times over, I did.
Oh, okay. Suzanne loves your creations. Oh, yeah.
I'm taking a break because I'm stitching this, and I'm right here, and I'm having to stitch from inside, and ow.
In a word, ow.
Oh, this is before he got a hair snatched out of his head. That's Jupes and
And
Zaboom
yeah,
when they
right.
were in the pen together before getting the hair snatched out of the head.
Right. Samantha says, Tori, I have a house full of min pins and one cane corso.
I want a Cane Corso, but I cannot do that while we have the German Shepherds here because I don't want. I want to get the dog when he's young. I want to teach it to love cats.
And you have to socialize it.
And socialize it, and I'll have to work out arrangements with Robbie on that.
Yeah.
On how that would look like. And Lisa, if I go stay at Lisa's. I will actually teach it from an early age so that it goes potty on command.
Yep.
Because that's one of the things of training. You can actually train dogs to go on command.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that. They actually do that with dogs that do like the running trials and stuff like that. Can you see his fangs?
Yeah, you could see one. Yeah, well, especially one. Yeah.
Yeah, he had long fangs. That's Mr. Mario laying down. His favorite position was laying on his back on the floor like a rug. Here he's just in a
Yeah,
box.
spread out. Yeah.
We got something in a box, and I think this is when I was getting the Misfits, which is basically fruits and vegetables. And I would empty the box, and while I'm putting away the stuff, the box would be on the floor. We'd go to pick it up, and this is what we would find.
Samantha says the min pins rule the roost.
In our house, nah. The cats do. That's my cat. That's Mr.
The King Corso, I believe, is Rainy. She got him as a baby, and he's a gentle giant.
That's
Samantha.
Basically what I want. I want me a gentle giant.
Yep. Renee says Cuddles wants me to lay down because of my legs swelling. Yes, lay down. If your legs are swelling, lay down and put them up higher than your heart.
Back here is the stuff from where I'm working on my leather stuff. I go to work on my leather stuff, and this is what I find on the work table. This is my cat, and that's Mario.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we would find the boys. When they moved here, I moved here earlier than my husband. We lived in North Carolina, and we self-moved. Biggest mistake we ever made. Shuttling stuff back and forth from North Carolina, 12 hours one way.
Yep, not good.
And so he would make runs during the week while I still worked, because I did not take off work to move. And then I would come down on Friday with a load of stuff. He would have a truck with a load of stuff. I would have our personal vehicle with towing a trailer with a load of stuff. And we would do that. And then I wound up moving here.
And had to keep working, and he was moving back and forth.
It was me and the cats, and he was still primarily up there shuttling stuff back and forth.
Yeah. Oh.
And so it was me and the cats here for a while. And my daughter had not moved back home yet. So it was just me and the cats.
Hannah said someone has decided to paint our red post boxes like a wisp of chocolate bar. The post office box is purple and red writing.
Huh. Okay, that's it. That's all the pictures I found.
And they are cutie pies. Yep.
That's all I can find on here at this moment. Ta-da. Okay, that means I've got to quit procrastinating.
Yeah.
Find the hole.
Oh, that's cute. She was a wishy mother. Rainey never had babies of her own, but she will lay her head down on the floor and let the min pin puppies chew blood on her nose and ears. She let the puppies with teeth try and nurse on her. Oh God. That had to hurt. She was a wannabe mama. She wanted to be a mama. Yes, Suzanne, I agree. Yeah, ouch. Oh, was that you?
No, I stuck myself in the finger.
Oh, gee. You're not supposed to do that. We keep telling you that. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, Samantha, that you cried for her. Oh, that, oh, that would have to hurt. I would cry too. Oh,
Any mother who nursed a child understands that concept. Well, ow.
you're kidding, Hannah. Hannah said the Royal Mail has had to get police on search for the people who painted the post boxes. Oh, so it wasn't you, huh? Not you, Hannah? Okay.
Okay, so you guys didn't paint them yourself. Someone voluntarily painted them for you.
Okay.
Interesting. Now I'm on the uphill side.
No, Renee, haven't heard for. I saw Sweet Cheeks. When was she on? She was on Lisa's the other night for just a little bit, wasn't she?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? I
No,
think she
I don't.
was. I think she was.
I know the last time I saw her, she said she was still dealing with the headaches thing.
Yeah. Okay, guys, beware of a Facebook scam. Keep close eye on your accounts. My hubby, who doesn't use Facebook or Google Pay, has been getting charges of $6 a day since mid-August. So pissed, and been on phone for the last 4 hours and hung up one once already and still trying to get through again. Holy cow.
Yeah, pretty much if someone sends you a link,
Nah, you don't.
contact the person off of Facebook
Right.
to find out if they actually sent it. If you don't know a way to contact them off of Facebook, then don't click a link.
Yeah.
If someone says, I locked myself out of my account, I'm going to have them send you a code and you can send it to me so that I can get back in my account. That is
Don't.
actually a scam where they're trying to get into your account.
Your account, right.
And if you give them that code, you just gave them the code to change your password.
Yep.
If someone that doesn't normally talk to you much emails you about getting money from you,
Yep.
don't.
Mhm.
Just don't. I have witnessed all of these in my own account.
Yeah. Hannah says, nope, it was not her. The boxes are in Kent, and she's miles away. Okay. Just making sure, Hannah. And you wouldn't say it on here if the Royal Mail was after you. Change your passwords on Google. I look at stuff over Facebook. I rarely post. Oh, I had one credit card hacked twice in like a month and a half. I just got my new one, got everything set up on it again, and doggone if somebody didn't hack that one. Evil Jess says, I'm lurking, love. Holler if you need me.
Okay, honey, thank you. I
Did,
appreciate you. I don't know.
did you?
Let me see. I don't know if anyone else can see him. Oh, yeah, he is in Facebook.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
is in the Book of Faces. Oh,
he's
yeah,
in the
because
book.
I'm not streaming anywhere else. Of course he's in the Book of Faces. Duh. Silly woman. I was talking to
Um,
myself there, by the way.
um,
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 do you have your coffee today?
sort of,
Sort of.
kind of.
That means not a full cup.
Still going.
Oh, you're still working on it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I drank my coffee yesterday. I still couldn't be nice to people in Lisa's chat.
No.
Some idiot told me I needed to calm down. Calm down. It's like, I know you didn't. Because what do
I've
you
got
never
my
tell
credit
me?
locked, so My credit's locked. The only time I unlock it is when I'm going to go get something, like open a new credit card. If I do that or something to go for a car loan, or which I don't do, I pay cash for my cars.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, and then I'll unlock it, and then I'll call them and unlock it, and then okay, lock it again.
Yep. And everybody got confused at the beginning of the video where Z is working on that metal. Everybody's like, good to see Cass and Z working together. That wasn't Cass.
Wonder who that was.
That might have been an Ollie.
Okay, that was an ollie. Okay.
Just thought it was cute that everybody was like, and Ollie's like, I don't look anything like Z. And I'm like, neither does Cass. It's
Yeah,
okay.
right.
I'm guessing that the girls, Cass and them, look more mom. I've not met his youngest child,
Piper?
Piper. Yeah, I have not
Yeah.
met Piper.
Uh-huh.
But Z is his father's child.
Oh, yeah. I think Cass is more mama and Piper is combination of both.
But I've met Piper a couple of times. And this time I actually sat and had conversation with Piper a bit, which was cool.
Do you think Piper looks more like the two of them? I do.
I've never met Mom.
Michelle?
I've never met Michelle.
Ah. I've seen pictures, that's why.
Well, yeah, I've seen some pictures, but I haven't really compared.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, did I get it? I did. Get out of there. I sometimes
Dash said, Scammer tried to get me to send money. Little did Scammer know I went to school with her and her brother. I said, have you called your brother? LOL. I was blocked immediately. Renee says, how is Piper doing?
I did not see Piper. I've actually never met Piper. As far as I know, Piper's fine. I did sit and talk to Cass for a while. That was cool. Cass is doing well. She was helping her dad with some stuff. And she wound up with my phone number. Well, she had a question about something. So Robbie gives her my phone number, tells her to text me, then sends me a message saying Piper needs help with this tax thing. How does Piper add this tax thing? And so I helped Piper with that. I hate working without my eyes.
Yeah, by feel. I don't
Yeah.
like that either.
And down here at the bottom, that's exactly what I'm doing, because even with the light inside of it, I can't see it because the light gets in the way.
Yep.
Haha, found the hole.
Yay.
I'm literally putting it through one layer of the leather at a time.
A time, yeah.
Bottom, look how smooth that is.
That looks nice, Dory.
Well, if it's bought in your name, Samantha, you have all rights to just move on in.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Get them evicted if it's in your name. Get them if they try and move in it. Get them evicted if they're in it. It's in my name. Here's my paperwork. Here's me proving I'm me. Did you see all the birds, including the owls? Renee wants to know.
I did.
I think the owls are beautiful.
And you know how you've seen Adventures with Jay in Robbie's chat?
Mm-hmm.
He was there. I always thought Adventures with Jay was an adult.
No, he's a kid.
He's a kid.
Isn't it Outdoors with Jay?
Outdoors with Jay. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's a little kid.
He came with Dad and a friend of Dad's.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kid who has extremely supportive parents.
Yep.
And I have a video with him in it that I think I'm going to post on my. I think if it's short enough, I'm going to post it as a short, or I might make it a short, make it shorter. And I told him I had permission from him and Dad to video him.
Uh-huh.
Because he and Ollie were feeding the capybara.
Oh.
And I wanted to get some picture of the capybara.
Yeah.
And so the only way to do that was with him in it. And so when I do that, I said, I'll tag you. Did you see this adventure with him? And, and it's like, what's he going to be up to next? His dad goes, you don't have to do that. And I went, sure I do. We help each other. That's what you do.
Yep.
You get someone in your video, you advertise the person in your video.
Yep.
And I said, I do that with anyone. I said, anyone that has a channel that does stuff on their channel that supports my chat, I kind of do the same thing. Is I will post their link and say, hey, go check them out. Because I don't think we're in competition.
No.
I think we should be supporting each other.
Right.
I mean, I know there's some that act like we're always in competition, and that's on them.
Yep.
But I don't feel the need to do that.
Samantha said when I told her, if it's in your name, just have your ID. She says, that's it exactly. Pretty sure my dogs and my ID would answer any questions.
Me dogs, get out of my house.
Yeah. And she says, I don't really think my dogs would be very good roommates with scammers.
I want someone to buy a house in my name in Florida, close to Robbie's.
Yeah. Okay, if you're going to buy it illegally in my name, make it close to Robbie.
Yeah. Actually, I want to hit the lottery big enough to take care of my business here, but to buy his neighbors, the people in front of him, buy all those pieces of property.
Yep. It's like two. It's like one big and one smaller.
One big, and I think there's two smaller ones down the other side.
Right.
I think two people own that one. One person owns the one that goes from the main road all the way back to Robbie's property.
Right.
That, when you're going up the driveway, is the one that's on the right.
Correct.
On the left, I think it's two different pieces of property.
I think it's three.
Oh, it might be three. Okay. But I would like to be able to acquire all of those.
But the problem is the one guy there is not going to sell.
Not to Robbie.
Yeah.
Not to Robbie. I'm not Robbie.
Yeah, right.
I've already told Robbie if he strikes it rich, I'll absolutely walk in and be his agent and buy the house.
I've told him the same thing.
I would absolutely do that for him. And then if I buy the property, then I can give him the opportunity. Oh, Susanna, are you in that area? Or Suzanne? Are you in the Villages?
She lives in between Lake Weir and Bellevue.
Yeah, I have no sense of direction. I have no clue where that is.
I think it's a little north and east, I think.
Dang, Samantha, you'll have to do a tour over at Get Swamped. If you like the area.
Yeah, well, you don't want to. No. Tampa can be a nice area, certain areas of Tampa. Or actually Hillsborough County. Tampa itself, no way, honey. Not a great city. I know because that's Hillsborough County. I used to live across the, uh, shall we say, the bay there, Tampa Bay, and Pinellas County. And no, Pinellas County is much better. Matter of fact, most people that work in Tampa live in Pinellas County. A lot of them do. Try getting there in the morning in bad weather. Really fun. Suzanne said she's always in the villages, though.
Oh, cool. And Robbie's is
Not far.
15 to 30 minutes, depending on traffic, which is depending
Yeah,
on what time of day.
yeah,
Southish of the villages.
correct.
Because I go and I stay at Lisa's, and I ride to Robbie's every day. But I would love to get that property, and then Robbie would be given the option where he could either lease it from me or he could purchase it. So, it's like if he really wants it to do permanent changes to it, he could buy the property from me. And I'm reasonable. I'm better than the bank. Give me X number of dollars a month, and until it's paid off. And if you have to skip a month, just say so. We'll work it out. I'm not going to stress, because obviously if I hit the lottery, I'm going to be sitting pretty.
Yeah. Suzanne says she goes to Moffitt Cancer Center there in Tampa. I go to Sylvester down here in Miami.
And unlike some people, I don't want to live right next door to Robbie's. I do, but I don't. Maybe at the left side all the way up at the main road. But make it where he could gate off that road that goes into his property off the main road.
Yeah.
So he could gate that whole thing.
That would be perfect.
But I'd want him to have what he needs to do what he needs to do.
My sister used to live in Tampa, but she moved up to North Carolina.
I used to tell people that if I ever hit the lottery.
Hannah said she's got the perfect idea. She says, just get paid with crystals, LMAO.
No. I used to tell people that if I hit the lottery, I would still work. At least part-time. My attitude on that has changed. That if I hit the lottery big enough that I can invest and have enough money coming in every month,
Yes.
I'm not working.
Yeah.
I'm just not working.
I've been in Miami for over 50 years.
Quick minute or two.
Yeah, quick minute or two. Have lived in the same town or right outside the town. Lived outside the town for about 10 years, then moved into Miami Springs. 81. I'll be honest, it was
Into
81.
the house now?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so you've been physically exactly where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Since then.
Yep.
That's cool. Stretching my hands.
Elizabeth has family who lives in Tampa, lived in Tampa all her life. Now she lives in Dade City. Frankly, Dade City's a step up. I do not like Tampa. Oh, a Kung Fu studio in Coconut Creek. Oh, uh-huh. Yeah. Miami Springs is just north, literally. I can hear and see the airport. Let's put it this way, I can see the planes landing. And was loud when the what's that French plane that they retired? Concorde. When the Concorde was flying, still flying, they had to put up a noise barrier wall. So you can't really see the actual runway anymore. Before then, you could see it. But yeah, we only hear the airport now when it's called, uh, scientifically, it's called a low ceiling, which means the atmosphere keeps the noise down to the ground. That's the only time we hear the planes anymore.
And Suzanne, I would love to meet you as long as you're not one of the cray crays.
Yeah,
That's all.
just saying.
And I don't mean the good cray cray. I mean the
Yeah,
cray cray.
yeah, the really
I don't do
craze.
cray
The
cray very
the
well.
true craze, not the happy craze or the whatever craze. But if you're a true cray, thank you, but no thanks.
The earth is not flat.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Good night, Hannah.
Good
Have a
night,
good
Hannah.
rest of the night.
What time is it?
Hannah, I think, lives in the UK,
It's
so it's pretty late for her.
not bad, cozy. Okay.
Not, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree with that. No matter where you've lived and traveled and think you've heard every possible sob story, get your lines in Tampa. We'll show up with new ones to shred heart and soul. Hannah says it's 1:10 in the morning there. Yeah. Good night, Hannah.
Night,
Sleep well,
Hannah.
sweetheart.
I would act like that's really late, but it's not.
Yeah, I know.
I've been streaming with Lisa.
Yes.
3 a.m., 4 a.m.
A.M. 5 a.m.
I'm going to set myself an alarm tonight. And when the alarm goes off, I'm going to say, Lisa, you have 15 minutes to say everything you want to say to me because I'm logging off and going to bed.
Yep.
Because I have a lot of work I need to get done tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to get out of the house and get to my old doctor's office and see if anybody's there to give me my files.
Boy. But yeah. Suzanne, Nick, we'll just have to make arrangements to get you over to Get Swamped.
Yeah.
And if you're physically capable of doing any volunteering at all, even better. I absolutely do that. When I go, I volunteer as much as possible, help out as much as possible. I can't do some of the stuff they need people to do. They need men's for that. I'll bring my grandkids.
Yep.
They're young. They got muscles. They can work.
Yep.
That's basically what I did this time. But Topher actually went and worked with Gabe 2 days. And it was a bit
Suzanne
much.
says she volunteers at several 501c3s.
Oh, cool.
Oh, crap. Sandra just looked up the question that was asked a while ago by you, Tori. Yes, a U.S. citizen can play the Canadian lottery, but as a U.S. citizen, you will have to pay taxes in the U.S. on your winnings.
Which I
I
have to
knew.
pay here on my winning. I have to pay that anyway.
Yeah, right. So it's no benefit. Rat shit.
Other than it's another lottery to play.
Yeah, other than,
Up
yeah.
my chances of winning something.
Yeah.
But I think having a second home in Florida would be cool.
You'd be spending the winters here. The summers here are horrid.
Yeah, this this visit was hard.
Yeah. Hmm. People don't understand. It is hard in Florida. The summers are wicked.
Well, when we
Be-
were there, the feels likes were, on I know at least 2 or 3 of days was 104.
yeah, that's actually mild sometimes because I've had it 114 down here,
And you're
and
sweating standing still.
yeah, because it doesn't. At least when Diana sweats, it dries off quick because she's got dry heat, and
Yeah,
it just evaporates. Ours doesn't. You are sticky,
it
and
just
when you go outside, it's like breathing in a sauna.
yep.
Yep.
And that
Oh,
is
honey.
why you will find Robbie and Z not working in the middle of the day a lot. It's
Yep.
either earlier in the day or it's later in the day in their videos. You don't
Yep.
find them working at high noon that often.
Nope. Not that often, unless it's in the shade. And even then, that's an iffy situation.
Even in the shade, standing still this trip, it was standing still in the shade, doing absolutely nothing.
And you're sweating buckets.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I stood holding the camera for Robbie
And
and
you're
had
sweating.
sweat rolling down my back.
Mm-hmm. Susanna said she just got a nice heavy rain to cool things down.
I hope Robbie gets some more rain.
Yeah, you're from Indiana and used to the humidity, but it was a nightmare. Yeah. In Florida, yeah. Mm-hmm. Spring, summer is the. Our spring isn't too bad, but of course, spring in us lasts about a week and a half. It goes immediately to hotter than hell. And yeah, it's if Florida didn't have the humidity, oh my God, there would be not a green blade of grass or a tree to be found. It would be cement everywhere because people would move here like gangbusters.
Yep.
But because of the humidity, some of them don't get. Suzanne says you have to get a wireless fan that holds to your belt that blows up your shirt. Oh, yeah, you just start dripping
Yep.
here.
And
I
that's
have been known to walk out the front door, open the front door, walk out to the porch, and I'm breathing and I'm going, nope, if this can wait till tomorrow, and go right back in because it was like I was trying to breathe in hot sauna, you know,
hmm
air. It's terrible. Yeah, yeah. That rain time was over 100 degrees with rain falling. You couldn't breathe. You're right.
and when it's that hot and humid, if it does not rain enough,
Yeah, it
it
just
makes it
makes it.
worse.
Yeah,
There's a certain level. Once it hits a certain point, then the rain actually starts cooling it down.
right. But if it doesn't hit that certain point, all you got is all the humidity and the hot. Yep. Yeah, it was thick out today. Yeah, today outside. Yep. Yep, it gets that way.
And the steam rising from the streets
Oh.
after it rains.
Oh, you should see our highways when it's really hot and it starts to rain. It's just like a cloud. You're driving through little clouds where the steam comes up. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to talk about that. I grew up in Mississippi, And it's one of those places where you take a shower
Yep.
and you dry off, then you walk outside and feel like you just walked out of the shower.
Yep. Except it's your own sweat. Yeah.
I would wash my hair in the mornings and it would take all day for my hair to dry.
Yeah. When my hair was long, yes. No, it's not long. I keep it short. I couldn't be bothered to mess with it like I used to.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I poked my finger with this thing
Hello.
again.
Haven't you learned that by now?
Yeah, but it's such a helpful tool because I'm putting it in the hole from the outside
Yeah.
and I rub my needle up against it to find the hole on the inside.
Yeah. What time is Lisa going on today?
I don't know.
Hang on, I'll be back, hopefully without missing
I can
screwing
find
up the
out
stuff here. Okay, okay. Whoops, too late, I'm already out.
because
Oh,
she's right
you're gonna
here.
do it? Okay.
You just left me. Just leave me, Marcia. Go ahead.
I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Give me a break.
10 p.m.
Okay. So that means 9:30 we have to get off, which is a little over an hour.
Oh, it's the Michelle Preston Speaks, part 2.
Mm.
Oh. Oh. There's some additional information on there.
Uh, well, yeah, I agree about the having hair made you hotter, 'cause I lost all mine from chemo. And yeah, except in the air conditioning, top of my head would get cold. And in the house, I'd have to wear a little cap because the top of my head got cold.
Yeah, my hair, I have to move my hair to sit down. So I don't sit on the ends. So I have hair. My hair was tied up in the knot most of the time at Robbie's.
Yep. My daughter does the same thing. She said, and because I was curvy and platinum blonde, I had to hide from the creepy men in women's. And she would hide in women's bathrooms at the grocery store in broad daylight. God, yeah,
Because creepy men.
yeah, creepy men.
You would like
Yeah, your
Lisa's
head's.
neighbor. He's called the creeper for a reason.
Yep.
And he even has creeper friends.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know. A lot of people know because they heard me yelling at him.
Yes, we did.
They're staring at my youngest grandchild.
Yeah, your head gets control of your body temperature. Yeah.
Yep.
Controls your body temperature. Yep. And your feet. Oh God, yes.
Hands, feet, head.
Yep. And I'm the type of person that if my feet aren't happy, my whole body isn't happy. Did you get neuropathy from chemo, Suzanne? I did. That part's not fun.
Neuropathy's never fun.
Nope.
And if you have neuropathy, make sure you get your hot water tank set so that you cannot burn yourself.
Oh, yeah, I know what that's like. My feet are always, yeah. It's come now to mind over matter, which thank God I can do partially most times, except when they get really bad. She has neuropathy. Oh. She says they were going to pick me up and steal me I'm only 5'4", but I'm dynamite with a lit fuse. I frequently shame the fire out of the creeps loudly.
My mom was only 5 foot tall in her stocking feet stretching her neck, so I understand that concept. My mom was a pack of dynamite.
Yep. Oh no. She was just diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and now it's worse. Oh, get compression socks. They do help. Uh, but I have the open toe ones, and I find those work better for me than the closed toe ones.
I live in compression socks.
Yep. I like the open toes. They work for me.
If you need discussion about food options and stuff like that, let me know because my husband is a diabetic. I grew up with diabetics. So, yeah.
Suzanne's 4'11". She doesn't quite make 5 feet.
My youngest grandchild would love to meet you because Ollie is only 5 foot tall. And being around functional adults that are your height or a little bit less means that Ollie understands that you are a fully functional adult.
Yep.
Because Ollie is not going to grow any taller.
Elizabeth says, Suzanne, you're 2 inches taller than me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Elizabeth's only uh 11'9", 4'9". God, I feel like a giant.
You are. In comparison.
Yes.
I think my mom was under 5 feet by the time she passed, but she got to the point where she refused to get measured.
Yeah.
I think it's because it was a denial thing.
Yeah.
Because if nobody measures her, then she can't say she shrunk.
Yeah, right.
She can be proud of her 5 feet.
Yeah, Elizabeth's 4'9", 4'9". And Samantha said, Suzanne, my mother was only 4'10" after she got older and shrunk. Well, now I'll tell you this. I was a little over 5'9" originally, and I've now shrunk to a little over 5'8". But I was more like 5'8 3/4", but I haven't been doing my yoga as much as I used to. Suzanne, she was 5 feet until she had back surgery.
That'll do it. I'm 5'6".
Suzanne said her mother's 4'9" now, but was 5'2". Yeah, um, if you don't stretch when you get older and stuff like that, you will shrink because it's your spine compressing, actually.
Oh, in the hole, you bugger.
And she said she told the doctor to add some inches. Oh, a little hard to do that, honey.
Now, the next question is, do I go ahead and finish the next side of it while I'm on Lisa's live?
Suzanne's mom's 89. I'll be 78 in October. My husband's 89. We're 11 years and some months apart.
He robbed that cradle. He got him a PYT. Pretty young thing.
Yeah, right. It was my
Well,
my best friend's brother. I married my best friend's brother. Well, I try to be Elizabeth, young at heart. I don't
Well,
always make it. I get grumpy. I get to
well,
be like a grumpy
the
old
young ones
bitch.
get grumpy. I got a
Yeah, well,
16-year-old and an 18-year-old in my house. The young ones get grumpy. So grumpy does not constitute age.
yeah, yeah.
The funny part is if I took Marcia and my grandkids to Robbie's, Marcia could probably outwork them.
Probably.
I do. Except for the heavy lifting and stuff because I can't do
Yeah,
that anymore.
I can do the walking, especially if I have my if I'm fine walking if I wear my leg brace. But like a dummy sometimes I don't. And yeah, and I pay for it later, but anyway.
Well, like for me, okay, I have a bum knee and a bum hip and they hurt often. And I just go and I do.
Yeah. Yeah. I ignore the hell out of stuff.
Um because if I whimpered and whined, I would be whimpering and whining since I was 17 when I gracefully fell down the mountain and ripped all the ligaments in my knee. Um, so if I just gave up at that point because of pain, dear Lord, the things I would not have ever seen.
Yeah, or done or anything like that.
Yeah. So,
Suzanne says women are tough. That's why we give birth. You are right on that one, honey.
yep. If men had the option of giving birth, there would be one baby born. Just
Yeah,
one,
because
because
they sure wouldn't go back for a second.
the one man would tell us all of his friends about it, and
Friends
he'd
and
tell all their friends about it, and no other man would ever give
have a
birth.
kid. Yep.
Society would be dead.
Yep. Totally.
Or they would say we've got to find a way to do this in a bubble where we don't have to do anything.
Right.
There was a movie like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was Sylvester Stallone, Demolition Man, I think it was, where society changed to the point that they no longer engaged in activities and women no longer carried children.
Yeah, for procreation purposes, yes.
They took what they needed from both parents and created genetically altered children because they took out any disease and deformities,
Mhm.
and they created a
Eli-
boring society.
yeah. Elizabeth says us women would be rich.
If we were like horses society would be different too.
Oh yeah.
If we could impregnate ourselves in earthworms.
Yeah.
Who needs a man? That might get boring too.
Yeah.
I actually have a good husband, and I'm not saying that because he might be lurking. I actually do have a good husband. My husband gets up, he'll make my coffee for me, he'll cook for me, he does the laundry, which I hate doing. So yeah, I have a good husband. He supports me when I want to go do crazy things. Did I lose Marcia? Or she didn't. No, she just went.
Marsha was coughing. And my yeah, it's the leftover remnants of the stupid whatever I had. And I found out that this is some kind of what I got was some kind of virus that is like a it's like a head cold, but your body aches and you get a low fever.
So it's in your
Uh,
head.
yeah, it's like in your head, and you don't drain. It's in your my. It's a miracle I still got a brain because I think I blew it all out by now.
Oh,
Oh, and it was terrible. This is terrible because I don't run. My sinuses don't run for quite a while. Then all of a sudden they decide to let go, and it's like a
it's a
river.
race.
Yeah, I have a flood here. Be right back.
Yep. Oh, come on. Ooh. Don't know if I would want that, Suzanne. Don't know that I would want an out of body experience.
I had that during my cancer surgery.
Out of body experience?
Mm-hmm.
So you could watch them do everything on you?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's okay. I'll pass.
And the funny part about it, it doesn't bother me because when I had a port in me put in afterwards, like within like a week after the surgery, and then for the chemo, and then when they took the port out, I asked him, I said, "Can I watch?" Because they just numbed the area then, taking it out, and he said, "You want to watch?" And I said, "Yes, please." So they have mirrors in there like crazy in a lot of surgery rooms. So he put the mirror and he says, "Can you see?" And I said, "Yes, thank you." And I watched him take the port out. And I said, "Oh, that's cool." He says, "Marcia, you're sick." I
That's a
said, "But it
Topher
is
thing.
that is it. It's interesting. It really was."
Topher likes to make nurses nervous because he will watch them draw his blood.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. None of that bothers me.
Catch this before it comes apart.
Well, Suzanne, I only had 2 infusions, but those two almost killed me. On the second one, I wound up in ICU for close to 2 weeks. Um, and so I can't take chemo anymore. And I am be 12 years cancer free December 26th.
Whoop whoop.
So, yeah.
We celebrate.
Yeah.
My
You
thing
had a
on my
heart attack? Oh my God.
tried to come off.
During surgery? Or they did surgery because you had a heart attack?
My husband's
I
hand.
only had it once, honey. I said, get every damn thing out of there. Take it all gone. I had it in one side. I looked at the doctor. My surgeon said, how much? And I knew him quite well, the surgeon. And I said, what's the chance of me getting it in the other side? And he says, the same, chance you got it in this one. And I said, okay, gone, both of them. I'm not coming back here. And that's what I did. The
Chemo
chemo,
gave you a heart attack. Huh.
yep.
Guess what I
Yeah,
did?
I had it only in one. I caught it fairly soon. I only had it in one lymph node,
Oh,
thank you, God.
I'm so lucky. The scissors fell and didn't go through my foot.
Oh, my God.
That could have been really bad.
Yeah, might have had to stop this so Tori could go to the ER.
They landed about that far from my toes. They were like
Oh, jeez.
sticking
Oh,
into the carpet.
oh, oh.
Guess what I
Oh, you
did?
were stage 4? Ooh. Yeah, I was stage 3. Um, what type of breast cancer did you have? Do you know the name of it? There's progesterone, testosterone, There's a combination of both, and then there's what I call none of the above or triple negative. DCIS. Yeah, I had DCIS, but with triple negative. Was yours any hormone positive or negative? Samantha says you used up another one of your 9 lives, Tori.
I'm good.
You two what? Are you triple negative? Oh, you were HR2 positive. So you're okay. Yeah, so that means you are tested positive on both progesterone and testosterone. See, I was none of the above, which is the worst kind you can get because they say there's pills for the other 3 kind that you take long term. But mine, they just throw something at it and hope it sticks. Yeah.
And then
Because
if
they
you're
don't know
Martian,
what's.
throw much at it.
Sandra's brother died from breast cancer. He was only 45.
Wow.
Didn't know what breast kind. Oh, you had to have the red devil chemo? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I hear that's crap. That's a hell of a way. I went down to 87 pounds at 5. Back then I was probably like 5'9". I probably shrunk a little bit, but not much.
Well, my recommendation is if you get cancer and you have to do chemo and it makes you nauseated, smoke dope. Get your Mary Jane and smoke it because it'll make you eat, it'll
Yep.
curb your nausea, and it will get you to eat.
And it'll also curb some of the pain too if you get the right Mary Jane.
And doing that means that you're able to eat more, which keeps your body healthier, which means you're able to help yourself heal better.
Right.
When we did that, there was a guy in California that my dad knew. He lived over close to one of my grandmothers and my step grandmother. And Ray got cancer and had to have chemo. And he called up and asked for my brother to come over, which was weird that he was calling to get the young adult to come over.
Yeah.
And Brian goes over there, and Ray says, I know you know people, and I know you know people that smoke the funny cigarettes. Do you think you could get me some funny cigarettes? I want to try one because I can't eat. I'm nauseated all the time and I can't eat.
Yep.
And my stepbrother made a phone call. Someone came over. They went over to Ray's. We heard giggling and carrying on going on over there.
Yep.
And then they came back and asked if anyone had a little tin, like an Altoids tin.
Yeah, to put his extra stuff in. Yep.
And someone had some, so they rolled them for him.
Yep.
And for him, all he needed was a couple puffs.
Yep. Yep. They got him some fairly strong stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
My hair
Also,
started falling.
He had never smoked a day in his life.
Yeah. My hair started falling out between the 3rd and 4th day after my first chemo infusion. And I couldn't take steroids. I can't. I'm allergic to those too.
Firm believer, as soon as you start losing any hair, just shave your head.
Oh, that's what it did. I cut it, And my daughter was still working at the time. And I said to her, when Robert gets home and can watch James, do me a favor, come here and shave my head for me,
Mhm.
because I can't see in some areas, if I get it all or whatever. So she came and shaved my head. I had already cut it all short, and then all she had to do was shave it the rest of it off.
Yeah, I worked with a guy and his mom got cancer, breast cancer, and she was worried about losing her hair. So I recommended that he took her on a shopping trip.
Mm-hmm. For
And
wigs.
and he did. And she picked
Mm-hmm.
out several well in advance. They had not even started any treatments on her.
Mm-hmm.
I said, pay attention. The day she starts losing hair, tell her how you think she would look good bald
Yep.
and shave her head. Let it be her choice to shave her hair. Do not let cancer take her hair. It is her choice.
Yep.
Honey,
That's
the day she lost hair, she got the razor, shaved it all herself. After she finished all her treatments, she kept her hair really short because
because
one
she
of the
wore.
things she figured out is she could be a blonde, she could be a redhead, she could be a brunette, she could be auburn, she could be black hair, she could have long hair, short hair, in between hair. She could get wigs that have hair pre-done like braids and stuff like this. And
Mm-hmm.
she says, I can give my boyfriend the variety of women with just one body.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can be his little blonde secret or his naughty little redhead. And I said, I
Right.
don't need to know these things. And she goes, I can be all the things just by
Yep.
changing my hair. She goes, it changes how I feel. And to the best of my knowledge, she never went back to her natural hair.
Yep. Uh, my chemo cocktail, as they call it, was AC. They were A was given the first day, C was given in a shot the second day, and then I was supposed to have 12 rounds of that, and then I was going to have 8 rounds of Taxotere. But I never got to the Taxotere because the A and the C did me in. So I had to stop chemo altogether.
So do I go ahead and start the second side? Or do I do it on Saturday?
Do it on Saturday because your fingers are probably exhausted.
But I got one side done. Look at that.
I know it looks beautiful. Let's look down at the bottom. Let us see the bottom.
Beautiful. Yeah, the bottom of it is
Oh, it's beautiful, Tori. It came out
told you.
perfect.
This
Yeah,
leather that I chose for her is really it has a good texture to it, so it stretches.
yeah,
I pulled the stitches tight on it so it would pull it over that edge. And
yeah,
doing this double thickness
yeah.
made it where it pulls over that edge real well.
Yep,
And so, yeah,
that's beautiful.
I'll bend on it a little bit, make it sit a little bit better.
Better, yeah. That's going to be so pretty. And she can change your ribbon color to a bright purple or a dark purple or whatever, or a white or a gold or whatever she wants. You
Yeah.
know?
And I pass them through here just to keep them in where I don't screw them up.
Yeah.
Rip them out. Did I put 2 different ones in here? Because I thought I did. I don't know if I like these better or the other ones. Oh, I did do 2 different ones because I couldn't decide what I wanted.
Okay, let's see the other side. I
It's
like the other one better.
it's silver and white.
I like the other one better.
The solid silver.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to change this one out. It is. I like this leather. It is really supple and oh my gosh. If we had smell-o-vision and you could stick your nose in here and sniff it, it smells so good. That smell of leather. I love the smell of leather. Going into the barn and smelling the leather tack.
Oh yeah.
On a
I
hot day.
always liked my tack room when I would go into the barn.
Especially in
I'd
the
go in there
summertime
and
when it's hot.
oh yeah. Smells so good. Fuchsia ribbons to make the purple and black stand out, Samantha said.
What's that?
Fuchsia ribbons.
I don't know if I have that. It's I can't wait. And then I'm going to stitch in, and I'm going to actually stitch in these existing stitch lines. And I'm going to stitch a D-ring on here on the inside. And that's where her strap will hook to.
Yeah.
And I will use these existing holes to stitch that.
That makes sense.
That way it's kind of invisible. Because when I sew I'm going to sew the this
Zipper
piece here, which has the zipper. I've got it bending the leather.
Yeah.
Because I'll sit it inside and stitch it. It's going to be a pain in the patootie to stitch, but I don't care. But I'll make it. I'm actually going to take it apart tonight and see if I can change it. I'm going to fold this end down. So these ends will fold down into here.
Yeah, so you'll have a little pocket open. You'll have a little piece,
a little piece here where that D-ring will be, but it'll fold in to keep it and it'll be a zipper on top.
Mm-hmm.
And that way she can have her D-rings right there to clip to, and she will have a long strap. It's going to be black and purple. I'm going to do 2 layers because the holes that are in here, I might make it 2 layers of the purple, and I need to find a thin black to put inside. Because I just need the black for the color.
To show through, yeah.
And do the holes down the middle of the strap.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, no matter which side it's on, it looks good.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we used to go when I was growing up, we'd go into Wilson Leather. That's when Wilson Leather only carried real leather goods and not some of the fake crap they do now.
Right.
And we would go into Wilson Leather just to smell.
Mm-hmm. I used to love working with my horses' tack.
Mm-hmm.
And keep them, and where we got the saddles and the bridles and all that is what told me to use on what and so forth. And I used to love doing it because the day after, you go in there if it's a summer, that place smelled so good.
I grew up on a farm the first 5 years of my life. The neighbors had cows. We didn't have cows, but the neighbors did, and they were always in our yard and in our field. But we had horses, so I had access to horses, cows, chickens, ducks, geese.
Yep.
My playhouse was the barn.
Yeah.
My dad would set up bales of hay into furniture. And we would we would grab the horse blankets and throw them across this hay furniture. And because Dad would set us both up with our own little couch, he would take 2 bales and put them together to make us a table.
You just couldn't mess up the bales.
Yeah, we would take our little play dishes in there, go pop the barrel and reach in and get us some sweet feed and some cracked corn and sit in there and play, and we'd eat it.
Mm-hmm.
That's before they started throwing all the chemicals in the sweet feed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so Dad wasn't worried about us eating it because it was good for us.
I used to do my homework on the back of one of my horses. I'd be turned backwards on the horse, and the rump was my tabletop. And I'd lay down on the horse and have my arms propped on him, and I'd be writing my papers and doing all the stuff on his rump. Yeah.
Yeah, our hay was the last hay to get used. And it's weird because I can still remember the names of all the horses we had.
Oh, oats and molasses. Oh, yeah. Mm.
We had Silver and Golden that were my aunt's horses, but we took care of them. Dad's horse was Cherokee. He come from the indigenous Americans. Dad got him in a trade. He was extremely tall, lovely horse. My mom, 5 foot tall, could almost walk under his belly without bending over. She didn't have to bend over much to walk under his belly. Somewhere I have a picture of her with him, and you can see how tall he is. But Mom's horse was Star. My horse was Candy, who was named because he snagged a candy bar out of my daddy's pocket when my daddy met the horse. And my sister was Thunder because he was afraid of the thunder. And if she was on him and it started lightning and thundering, she better get off fast because he's going to take off running.
Yeah, I had Chestnut and Little Girl.
But we all had our own horse. And then we had the 2 horses that belonged to my aunt. And when
Oh my God, and shorts? Oh, she says, don't ever make this mistake of riding a draft horse bareback in shorts. Enough said. If you know, you know. Oh, oh God, yeah. Oh,
And the biggest mistake we ever made when
inside of
we
your
lived on a
thighs were
farm.
a total disaster by the time you got done with that.
One year in the wintertime, there was snow on the mountains behind the house. And Mom was cooking dinner. She would start her meal prep early in the day. And my sister and I walked into the house and asked Mom to make us a sandwich, and she did, and asked her to fix us a drink, and she did, in a bottle that we could take with us outside. And then we said, we're going to the mountains, to the snow. We're going to the snow, Mama. He says, okay, but don't leave the yard. She thought we were going to play make-believe and go to the snow.
Oh, Jesus.
All we heard her say was, okay. And when dinner time rolled around and my mom couldn't find us, she saw 2 specks in the field. So my dad jumped on his horse and went out there, and there was me and my sister trying to get through the muck and the mud, and our boots kept getting stuck.
To get to the snow?
We were going to the snow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't doubt your poor thighs look like cheap hamburger meat. My mama told me, she says, you are not getting on the back of a horse without at least, cut off. If my jeans got too short, my mama cut them so right around my knees. She says, you are not riding a horse without, your thighs covered. So, yeah, I was not allowed to.
I did use a different purple on this one to give it a
Yeah,
little, make it a little different.
different, yeah.
So I'll hook one on this side, and I'll hook one on this side when I give it to her, when I ship it to
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Because, being able to run around with your bag and it's like,
Yeah.
Because everybody needs a charm.
Yep.
Or she can hook it to a key ring if she wants.
Yep. Yeah.
Or she can hang them in her car.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And I'm surprised it's only 4 days.
When the neighbors' cows would come over and visit our field, which was on a regular, My dad would hook up the horses on our buggy, and we would take a little ride down the road and tell the neighbor that we had X number of his cows, and then he would come down with his cattle dog. My dad would open the gate and let him out, and he would ride him up, run him up the street with his dog.
Yep.
Give my dad some money to fix the fence, or he would go out there and he got to where he'd hire a crew, and he would just call them and say, "Go fix Dale's fence,"
Yeah.
because his cows would just push the fence over.
Oh yeah.
And it was
Yep.
weird because our horses never went into his yard. His always came to our yard. So it was common that he would give Dad hay, or give Dad money for hay or sweet feed or whatever that he thought his cows might have consumed, and he would have someone fix the fence.
Yeah. That's what a good neighbor does.
Yep. And when it was the right time of the year, we'd go and pick grapes.
A neighbor had a draft horse,
Mm.
and oh, he was a sweetheart. He really was.
I don't know what kind my dad's was. It was just tall. That's all I remember. Very, very tall. I walked under him all the time without hitting my head on his belly.
Yeah. Oh,
My
And the
dad was
neighbor-
over 6 foot tall, and the horse was tall for him.
yeah.
Samantha.
That's funny, Samantha.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh dear. I'm not going to ask you how old you were. I had a paint named Joe Phantom who would jump over the fence all the time to go visit the neighboring mares. He was the Rico Suave of horses. Strawberry wine. Oh, Lordy, Suzanne, did you have a summer?
17.
Oh, jeez. 17.
At least that's what they say in the song.
Yeah. Yep, 17 and devil's lettuce and a cute neighbor. Holy crap.
Mm-mm.
Holy crap, she was 14 passing for 21. Holy crap.
Yeah. When I was younger, I could pass for older than what I was.
I
And then I
couldn't.
reached a certain age where I could pass for younger than what I actually was.
No, I always looked younger. Now I don't, but whatever.
Now, when I was like 12, 13, and I was able to go to the high school dances with my
She was in the
sister.
cusp of 17.
And the high school dances were all 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. I was going to them at 12 years old.
Jeez.
I was going with my sister, and we would
Yeah.
dance together. I wasn't like
Mhm.
picking up the boys or anything, because all the kids that she went to school with knew how young I was. They knew I was
Yeah.
jailbait,
Yeah.
so they weren't going to mess
Yeah,
with
because you lived in a small town. They know.
me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And and she was one of the few that could take her younger siblings, but it made it where she could go. I've been known to steal my mom's clothes so I would look older,
Jeez.
because at 12 years old I was wearing my mom's clothes. Yeah, I was already bigger than my mom in some places, but I could wear my mom's clothes at 12.
Suzanne said she always looked younger, but has one of my older sister's identifications. She married at 15, a baby at 16, but good Lord, I have lived. Amen.
You know what? That's what's important. You live and you live good. Enjoy it.
Yep. Because, honey, we only here for a certain amount of time, and we don't know what it is, so you better live it.
Let's say I had my daughter. I wasn't that young, but I was still young when I had my daughter. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, kids having kids," and I'm like, you know what? I get to enjoy my grandkids.
Yep.
I want to be able to have time with my grandkids. I don't want to wait until I'm so
Like
old.
me.
Yeah, no, but see, you're young now. Chronological age has nothing to do with it. You're young, but in my family doesn't live as long as you. And I don't know if it, and so in my mind, I was never going to see 74 years old
Mm-hmm.
because no one in my family ever did.
Aha.
But now I'm starting to wonder if some of it is environment.
I think part of it is.
Because I look at when other family members were my age, they were older than me. And they're the age I am now. They were still older than me.
Yeah.
They couldn't do some of the stuff I do. They wouldn't do some of the stuff I do. They were mentally old and physically.
Samantha said she was a 38D at 14. Just took a deep breath and nobody asked questions.
I was 12
Samantha.
when I hit D cup.
Suzanne said she married at 18, had her first son at 20, second son at 37. Well, I was married at 26, within a month of being 27. I didn't have my first child till I was 32, and the second one I was 36, going on 37 within like a month. And yeah. So, yeah. But we decided when we first got married that we were going to enjoy married life for a while, so we did some traveling and things like that first.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Yep.
It's a trade-off.
Mhm.
I was a lot younger with my daughter, so I felt that I could do a lot more, and I was basing everything on my family history. And but that also meant that I couldn't just go and do. And so it was a trade-off.
Yeah, I wasn't top heavy. I was a nice proportioned body throughout. But I've always been kind of tall and slim. The only time I was pregnant was only time I was heavy was pregnant.
The evil one is standing in front of me now.
Oh dear.
Evil Jeff.
I understand.
Leave him there, honey.
Is he bringing you goodies?
Isn't that pretty? Have you been watching still?
I was until it wasn't live anymore.
I'm still live. Yes, I am. I'm sitting here talking to people. I think it's you because I'm on YouTube and I'm looking at me. Did you refresh your YouTube or something? Because I'm still live. Mine says I'm live.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'll get out of sync and you just click where it says the word live. You click it and then you'll get a red dot next to it again. What did you do, honey?
Come down and see if you ate.
I did. My eldest grandchild made me food.
You got good yum yums, Grandma? Mimi?
No, I did not add meatballs. I didn't need it. It was good. You should have meatballs, though, because you need the protein. It was 5 cheese. Pasta.
Ooh.
I can't remember what it's called. But it had 5 different cheeses in it, so yes, it was yummy.
Samantha Potty trained her son in porta potties traveling as a carny the first time. Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
And Suzanne said she looked like a Dolly Parton Jr. Oh. How many grands? Okay, everybody say how many grands you got. I got 2.
2. 2.
I got 1 from each. Thank you. That's enough. These people with umpteen billion. Suzanne has 4. I swear to the good Lord, if I had more than 2, I'd be broke.
The way you spoil them, yes.
Mm.
I know how
F
Marcia spoils them grandkids.
F Kate
Grandkids.
it has 9. Holy crap. I'd be
Yeah,
broke.
but how many children do you have?
Yeah,
Because that has something to do with it too.
yeah.
I have 1 child and two grandkids.
Samantha has 3 grands, 2 great grands on the way this year. Elizabeth says 8, but I have 2 stepdaughters. When I was 9, a boy behind me yelled, "She's wearing a bra."
Yeah, I started at an early age. Your mom has 20 grandkids. Oh dear Lord. People.
Holy.
Of course, I went to school with a family that had 13 children. Can you imagine the number of grandkids?
My next door neighbor had 12. I don't understand how she could keep them all, Holy crap.
The family that I went to school with, one of the boys, they had 1 girl. 13 children, 12 of them were boys.
Holy crap.
And the daughter was born like right around the middle of them.
Oh.
And she was the only one. She was the one that always got new clothes.
Her mom has 20 kids and 22 grandkids and 42 great grands.
Dear,
Holy crap. Nope, I can't. Nope. I give you a family present and that's it.
dear Lord. Yeah, I later lived down the street from one of the 13, and he had his daughter and my daughter went to school together, and I found out who he was, and I asked him. I said, "Well, I have a strange question." He goes, "What's that?" I said, "Is your family going to be like your mom's, like your family that you grew up with?" And he goes, "No, I have 1 child, and that's it. We
Yeah.
are not having any more."
Yep.
But every year they had a child going into school. For 13 years, they had a child going into school.
Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
And the 1 year they had 1 going in and 1 going out. 13 kids. Well, for 2 years.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
had 1
Right.
going in school and 1 going out of school. And then they had 1 graduating every year for the next, 11 more years. Yeah. And it was like insane. And the mom was very good with the clothes. As soon as the kids started wearing them or growing out of them, she'd pull out the next box.
Yep.
Take those clothes, wash them, repair them, fold them, put them away. They had
For the
1 set of twins.
that had to blow things like crazy.
Yeah, because that year they had 2. But
Yeah.
then, yeah, the kids wound up out of sync because of one of them failed school, and yeah, it just was really weird. But yeah, but still, it was a mess.
Yeah.
There were 2 families that were trying to compete, and one of them had 12 children, and that family had 13. Or yeah, one had 12, one had 13. And I went to school with one that had 13. The other ones moved to a different town, so I guess they lost, so they moved to a different town. And
Well, Stacy had 5, 3 biological and 2 step. My dad came from 14 brothers and sisters. My mom should have had 7 of us, but the RH factor took us down to 2 survivors. Yeah. Um, well, between my husband and I, we had 4 kids. We've got 2 left, which are our 2, my husband's and mine. The first 2, one was born mentally handicapped, and the other died of basically cirrhosis of the liver. She drank like a fish, and she hid it for so many years.
that's hard.
Yep. And I think that's what started his decline, is losing the 2 kids. Samantha said I had 1 survivor but 17 pregnancies. I lost 3. I have two living and lost 3. But I don't consider it really a loss because I lost them all early. You should see my grandchildren. All have blonde hair and blue eyes, but one has black hair and blue eyes. Neither parents have blonde hair or blue eyes. Did you check their DNA, honey?
It can happen.
It can happen. I don't think it happens that many times, but you never know.
I had a
Yeah,
family. I worked for a guy. He had coal black hair. His wife had blonde hair. Both of their children were fiery redheads.
yeah.
And I
Well,
do
that's it.
mean fiery.
My mom had very dark brown hair. My dad had very dark brown hair. My sister had very dark brown hair. Uh,
And then there's you.
I'm red. Yeah. But
Yes.
there is red in my grandmother's side of the family.
And that's what it was, is because I actually had to ask the question. I'm like, I said, your children look like you, but where the hell did that hair come from?
Yeah.
And he's like, there was redheads in his family and redheads in her family.
No,
You
it
know
was
what
just in
happens when you take 2 recessive genes and smash them
genes.
together?
Yeah.
They become dominant.
Well, for some reason, my mom didn't have red hair in her family at all. But guess what? I sure came out with fire engine red hair.
Well, I came out with the blue eyes like my dad's family, and blue is a recessive gene.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And mom's family all has dark brown eyes. So in my chances of coming out with blue eyes was very slim, but here I am.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so I grew up with blue eyes and dark auburn hair.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
On one of the farms around where I used to live in Ohio, there was one kid. They had 4 kids. When the third one, before I left, before we moved, but the third one in the line of 4 came out kind of dark skinned. Not really dark, but kind of, I don't know, darker than what you'd think. Anyway, um, they had a DNA test done. The wife had Indian in her background, quite a bit,
And that's me.
and her skin, his skin was darker than yours, and his skin, because the others were real light skinned, and he came out with darker skin, and they could not figure out what it did. So the parents had DNA on themselves done, and she found out in her side of the family, uh, about 3 generations back, 3 generations to 5 generations. There was a lot of Indian blood in there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and I used to go out in the sun all the time, and so did my mom. And everybody thought my mom was mixed race because of how dark her skin would get, and her hair was very dark, like almost black.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funny how genes just all of a sudden pop up. Bingo. My daughter was born with snow white hair.
Would you like some tea?
Snow white.
What?
And she had snow white hair till she was about 6, and then it started turning a little yellowish, and now it's what we call dishwater blonde. But my mama had snow white hair when she was young, and so did my husband. So guess what? My daughter got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting the way bloodlines work, huh? And then
Hmm.
and see, I don't go out in the sun like I used to. I used to live in the sun year round. So I'm like pale. This is like super pale for me.
Yeah.
That's me. That's, you can see the underside here. That's the lightest part of my body, but I'm
Yeah.
pale. This is my pale. My daughter, on the other hand, honey, if she's running around in her shorts, put your sunglasses on because she is so fair. She paper white. She will blind you. She is so light that it's like, dude, you could put some pants on. Your skin, your legs, they blinded white.
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
my daughter. Look, there she is. See, that's her skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like she wanted to go down with me to Florida this time, and then Jeff was going, so she didn't go, and the kids went. And when we were down there, I'm like, I'm glad you did not come because you would have been living in a long sleeve shirt.
You'd have been dying. Yep.
And I told her what it was, the feels like, and she's like, screw that.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, you would have stayed at Lisa's. You
Yeah.
would not have gotten out to do anything.
Yes, Samantha, I understand that. Her son was born with snow white hair at birth. At 43, it's red, red.
Oh yeah. Well, it
I was born
is.
with I was born with red, red hair, and now it's got a fair amount of white in it because redheads don't really get gray hair. When they hair changes and goes what everybody else calls gray, ours goes white.
Yeah,
And
our
I've
hair goes
got,
white.
yeah,
So I'm going to be starting to run the wrap up, and then we can socialize some more. But
yeah,
today is Thursday. So on Thursdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays always, and sometimes during the week, lately it's been more often than not, we pop on over to Two Leaves in a Pod. And we go see what's going on over there. Thursdays is usually sales day. Whether or not she's selling today, I don't know. But if you're interested in rocks, crystals, and gems, and some pretties they are, you should be there because there's some pretties. I might have snagged a couple of pretties from Lisa's. I did a live last week on those pretties. So if you missed that, you can go back and check it out. But she will be on at 10 o'clock tonight. And if you're following the internet drama, you should go on over there and check it out because interesting revelations came to light today.
yeah,
I'll
boy,
leave
did
it at
they.
that.
Yeah,
So that's Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday also. Always between 9:30 and 10 at night. Whereas I go on earlier in the day, which makes it work out perfect. On Wednesdays at 8:30, you can usually catch Elizabeth's handmade jewelry on. Guess what she sells? Um, and the last Wednesday of the month is what she calls her dollar sales, which means things are discounted prices. or they're bundled, and you get some really good deals over there for some jewelry. And on Friday nights, I do know that she was off looking for proof that she could show. If that makes sense, she had some proof, but she had to verify it was something she could show, because it was in the form of private communications from someone else. So on Friday nights at 7:30, we all pop over to Get Swamped, where Robbie Z and whoever's volunteering will tell us what's going on at the farm. Whether they had some new births, which has happened. I mean, this year they had a lemur give birth really late in the season. So they
Oh
were
boy, was it?
a baby
Actually,
that
past
was
season.
off season.
Yeah, past season, yeah.
And then the acquisitions, because they just got 2 new lemur boys.
Yep.
That when they got them, the boys were under 3 months old. One of them is a red ruffed lemur, and the other is a black and white ruffed lemur.
Wasn't one 7 weeks and one 8 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. They were a week. They were like 1 week apart, 1 to 2
Apart,
weeks
yeah.
apart.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have both of those boys together socializing, and they're working. They want to make sure that they're human socialized as well. And because I was there, I was able to help with that socialization by getting in the cage with them while they were eating a snack and touching them and talking to them. And I had to tell my husband I was cheating on him because Rufus done climbed up my arm and started kissing me on my neck and ear. But it was cute because he was sitting there eating, and he reached over and he grabbed my finger like this, and was just sitting there eating and moving the food around in his mouth with one hand, and holding my finger with the other one. It was too cute. It was too cute. And then he come climbing up my arm, because I had my hand like this, and he come just walking up my arm like this, and come and sat kind of on my shoulder and just started licking on my face and my ear and everything. So after I got out of the pen, I went and told my husband, I said, honey, I got to tell you, I cheated on you with Rufus. He said, okay. My husband and I have a good relationship. So,
Yeah.
But then they also might be talking about, like, he did videos of some of the stuff, moving stuff around and all, that has been going on because of getting prepped up for some new construction stuff. Really exciting stuff. They've got a pond there that it has some turtles in it, but he's going to enclose that in and make that the capybara area, which will give the capybara a big pond to swim in, which also means that Robbie will be able to swim with the cappy. And then he has another place under the tree that he's going to create another enclosure for some of the animals. So he's trying to make it where he can spread them out more and use up more of the property, because he does have a sizable piece of property there, and create these niche areas where he can have them spread out amongst the nature. He does try to keep things within nature and as natural as possible, and an environment that's as natural as possible. And so he's got stuff going on over there, and it's yeah, Samantha, that's exactly right. He grabbed my finger, and that was it. He melted my heart. He's like, you mine now, baby. Can I put you in my pocket? I told Robbie I was going to one day I was going to buy the property next to his, and then we'd be fighting all the time because I would want him to let the boys come visit me. And like, I would want to create like a tube that the kids could walk through to come visit me. And he wouldn't want them to do that. So yeah, I joked with him about that. But then he opens his mail. Sometimes people send stuff to him. Sometimes it's joke stuff. Sometimes it's serious stuff. Sometimes it's gifts for them. Sometimes it's gifts for the animals. And he gets excited either way. Send him a bunch of stuff that he can put in the bird pens or in the animal pens for them to play with. He gets as excited as he does if you send him something for himself. So it's kind of cool. And then they usually Mimi's mom, Kim, and she shows up as Kim, parentheses, Mimi's mom, close parentheses, in the chat. She will put together some questions and send them to him. And he will open them up and go through them. And I know he has some for this week, unless he misplaced the envelope. And he will go through them and he will read them off and he will answer them to the best of his ability. And then he rolls into the other room where they do their sales. And it is currently primarily rocks, crystals, and gems. Sometimes he throws other stuff in there just to confuse us. I've seen him have things everywhere from $5 up to over $1,000. And it's beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I have quite a bit. I just went and picked up 3 boxes from him. Because those that know, I go down there a couple of times a year. Robbie doesn't ship me anything, or hardly anything, because I go down there and just pick it up. So that's 7:30 on Fridays. Sometimes he goes live on Wednesdays too, but not always. And then occasionally you can catch that there's a little pop-up, and that would be Stacy Northern Aurora Treasure. She will do a pop-up, and she sells some rocks, crystals, gems, jewelry, both handmade jewelry, because she does beading. She does amazing beading. And she has some other jewelry that she sells. Some of it might be 925, some of it is not. Sometimes she can get the oysters with the pearls in them. Her husband does 3D printed stuff. So she has a variety of stuff that she sells. She is in Canada. The prices are reasonable, even with shipping to the US. Just saying. I bought a few things from her. She does these grab bags. They're like mystery bags. So you pick a letter and you get whatever's in the bag. I will tell you, I have never been disappointed. The value of what is in the bag always has exceeded what you paid for that bag. And it is a variety of things that you will have something in there that you like. You might have something that you will give as a gift to someone else because it's not for you kind of thing. You look at it and you're like, yeah, this isn't for me. But you know someone that can use it because it's always good stuff. So go check her out. And you, a lot of times hanging out with Stacy, you will find Flutter Yo. Flutter Yo is our our internet local fisher woman. And sometimes you can catch her fishing on a pier, or maybe she's in her kayak, or she'll wind up on the ice in an ice shack fishing. She'll cut that hole right in that ice and sit there and fish. Occasionally you can catch her roaming around the area she lives in looking for rocks. She gets things like Uberlights that you can't get anywhere else. And that's kind of cool. And if you like watching people unbox their rocks, crystals, and gems, and you've already watched my stuff, then you just pop on over and check out. Hey, it didn't post. Haha. Let me try that again. If you like watching people unbox rocks, crystals, and gems, and you've already looked at mine and you have nothing better to do, you should pop on over and check out Diana, because she's trying to collect all the spheres. And she likes fondling the spheres. And this time, and I was at Lisa's and she's like, don't let Tori in my box. She'll take my balls. And I go over to Robbie's and she's like, don't let Tori get in my box. She'll take my balls. And so I fondled her balls and I posted a picture of me fondling them on my community page. And then my husband fondled them and we put that on the community page too. So she shall receive well fondled balls when she gets them from Robbie, because that's what we do. And if you like miniature things, like little miniature boats, cars, figurines, dioramas, and stuff like that, go get in touch with Terry over on Facebook, because that's what he does. And he doesn't have a YouTube channel. I don't know why he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he doesn't. Suzanne, I can absolutely do that. I've done it for my own. If you are fluent with how to do leather work, I can absolutely tell you what needs to be done. Yeah, there's ways you can do it. And depending on how they're made, you should send me pictures. I'll post my, well, actually, I think there's a pin thing up at the top that has my email address. Send me pictures of the boots and I'll get my brain working to tell you some cool things to do. And the other one is Phil, who sometimes gets to come in here. He will post pictures of Kate or little short videos or whatever occasionally of his life. Phil recently has gotten where he's in a wheelchair more often than not. And so he posts videos of stuff going on in his life. It feels kind of cool. So we adore him. And if you are in here and you also have stuff going on and you have a channel that you post stuff on, let me know. I am a firm believer in you support the people that support you. So if you have a channel, let me know because I will post your link as well and say something about you and get people to go to your channel as well. I appreciate those of you who have recently subscribed to me. That's Marcia.
Yes.
Marcia's in the car.
Yes. You can hear because you notice I'm still in my little bitty town, even though it's in Miami-Dade County. I have a little bitty town and I do not have my seatbelt on, so we will not cuss me out for that.
Oh, that's what the ding, 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 ding is? Marcia,
Yes.
Marcia, Sam. Marcia, 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 Marcia.
Yeah, that's what the ding, ding,
Now
ding,
every
ding,
time
ding
her
is.
car goes ding, 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 she's going to think about me saying, Marcia, 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 Marcia.
Marcia, yeah. Tori getting on me for not having my seatbelt on. Yes, I know.
Did I drop?
Yeah, because I can't shut it up unless I put my seatbelt on, and I'm almost home, so what's the bother?
Nope, there's no needle there. I thought I dropped the needle. Oh, I see what I dropped. What did you drop? I dropped the end of one of these cool things that oh, if you do leather work or stuff like that, these things are the bomb diggity of hand stitching this kind of stuff. That's what all this is. I refer to them as stitch savers because basically, because I punched my holes, you put this through the hole and this thing is spring loaded. And so you put the pin in through the hole and I can't hardly see because I'm half blind, but it locks it on. It locks it on. See? So this will lock into this hole. You got to pull that back, put that in there, and it locks it in. And then you can align your holes and keep things aligned better. Some sweet chick named Marcia bought me some because I was being a cheapskate and didn't want to spend my money on something I didn't know if it'd work or not. But Marcia bought me some and I fell in love with them, and then she bought me more.
Any way somebody can find how to make sewing easier, I'm all for it. Hello, Flut Flut.
Hello, Flutter.
See, my cards have been dinging for Flut Flut.
Okay. You think about that.
Yeah.
So, and I try to give everybody a break between my stream and Lisa's stream. That way you can run off and go do a bio break, get yourself a snack, get yourself something to drink. I got my tea here because I'm sure there's going to be some tea spilled tonight, but it won't be mine because I'll be drinking mine. But I want to see what tea Lisa's going to be spilling.
Oh, I bet some good stuff.
Rumor has it, it's good tea. I heard it sits a little crooked.
Yeah. And not the crook we're used to talking about.
Yeah, I heard it. It's kind of hell's crooked.
Yeah.
It may be a bit hot.
You boiled the water, Topher.
Yeah, I know. I put that on and took out the doggy.
He boiled the water to make well, actually, he put the water on. He took Coda out front, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And so by the time he got back, the water had boiled. So my tea water got boiled, which means it's germ free, but it is extremely hot. But it is germ free.
Free.
I did boil the hell out of it.
So there's no hell in my tea.
Nope. Should be at least.
I can't wait to finish this bag. I like the way this side looks. So sleek.
I do like that. That's pretty.
I hope Kendra likes it when she gets it.
Yeah, that's the important part. I'm home.
Welcome home.
Topher's welcoming you home.
Yeah, thank you, Dover. I appreciate it.
Marsha, I bought me a new case for my phone because I don't like this one.
Okay, I figured you would.
Well, this one, look, it's loose. At the top up here, this piece doesn't stay on. I'm always pushing it back on, but the hinge, it's hinged down here at the bottom, but not up at the top. So this piece,
yeah,
I could just pull it off.
Yep.
So, and then when I go to open it, it catches a lot, and yeah, it just doesn't work like it should.
But
so
have you
I
found
bought
another?
One that's actually metal. That's coming in a couple of days.
But it's got that same protection on the side.
Yes, and it actually comes with the S Pen.
Oh,
it's a slimmer version than the one I have. The one I have doesn't fit in here very well because this is made for the slim one.
Yeah.
My other case takes the fat one. This one's supposed to take the slim one. But the new case I'm getting actually has the pen with it, and it is the slim fit. So I'll take this one off, and I will put this one away and save it for an emergency backup.
Right.
But I bought inexpensive. The color fooled me. I thought, and also this doesn't stay open. It doesn't really lock open very well. This is like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
You can turn it to make it where it locks somewhat, but I don't like it.
Well, that's the whole point about it. If you don't like it, you got to get something else.
So luckily I didn't spend, I spent less than $20 on this one.
See, that's the only thing I don't like about online shopping. You can't fondle it.
Well, there isn't any local.
I know.
There was absolutely no cases for that phone locally.
It was too new, the phone. How old's the phone?
It's a new phone.
Yeah, that's it. They haven't got them out yet.
Yeah, these are new phones. This is the 6. These are still fairly, and see, this case actually makes my phone sit open right here.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Close all the way like it should.
Yep.
And this side was made poorly because I can't touch my buttons. The case it doesn't fit the phone correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. It doesn't fit because I can't. Those buttons are recessed. I can't touch the buttons. The raise up, raise down. I did unlock my phone. I can't get into those buttons to adjust the volume.
Oh, that's a bitch.
Well, if she doesn't like the purse, it's her own fault because this is a heavily modified version of this pattern.
All by her request.
This purse was supposed to be this tall, and it was supposed to be wider, and she wanted it narrow and tall this way. So I totally readjusted this whole pattern to fit her needs.
Yep.
So it's extremely custom purse just for her. Because that's what I do.
Yeah, my problem is I always like probably next year or this year, later this year when the new iPhone comes out, I'll probably have to, wait a minute. I got to find out how many years.
Yeah, the fold technology is not new. I waited when they first brought them out because the first versions of this phone, they were having problems with where the fold is right here with the screen cracking. So I waited until they fixed that issue so that the screens quit cracking here. They figured out what the issue was and fixed it. And so I did that first. But the fold technology is not new.
No.
This one is a little bit different size than the other one that I have.
This one's a little slim. The new one's a little slimmer, isn't it?
Yeah. And the screen dimensions are a little bit different. Enough that the old case wouldn't fit on it. The old one's a 3. This is a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they are a little bit different. So, but I'm going to let everybody go. Samantha, I am really hoping she does. She knows I've been streaming and that I do my leather crafting online. I enjoy doing it online. I have ADHD and it's called body doubling, whereas if you have someone else present, even if that person's not doing anything, having someone else present makes you be able to do your task easier without getting bored. And just losing track of what you're doing. You sit there and you do it. And I found that this platform like this gives me very much a body doubling and experience and makes me accountable for my leather work, and I get it done. And I get to socialize with people and people get to see what I do. If someone gets a commission from me, they can sit here and watch me make their commission.
Right.
So it's kind of cool for me. I enjoy it. So.
And I come on because when I'm not having app or web issues or whatever, or StreamYard issues, I read the chats, and that way she doesn't have to keep looking up and down and getting distracted. So she can just talk when I tell her who's new in, and I'll read the chat and all that kind of stuff. So it works over.
And then I stick holes in my fingers less often because she's reading the chat instead of me looking at chat while I'm playing with needles.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to let everybody go, and we will catch you over at 2 Lees in a Pod. I did post that link earlier.
Right.
And I'm going to stretch my bones before I get on her live because I believe I'm going on with her, which means I need to get filled in.
Yeah.
Either that or she wants me to be surprised. Surprise!
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Which I'm sure some people are going to be very surprised.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We found the goose egg we've been searching for.
Yep.
The golden goose egg.
Yep.
So people can tell us.
Tori, that was an evil laugh, Tori.
So people can tell us we're stretching and we're making crap up again.
Yeah, right.
You're right. Okay. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what it is already because she sent me a message in all caps. And I'm like, you got proof of that? And she says, email. I said, is it proof you can show? And she came back with, I've got to make a phone call.
Yeah.
Because as much as people don't pay attention, she actually does show things on there that we found.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually sat on my channel and did some of the research and showed people how we were finding things on the internet.
Which is really easy when you look.
And then last night we had someone saying, show me where you got that from. And it's like, Google, baby. google.com. Type your question in the little white bar and it'll give you an answer.
Yep. Or tell you where to go to find it.
You got to dig. So I'm going to let everybody go. We lost Marcia. I wonder if it's the same proof. But so yeah, we like showing proof. But I'm gonna let everybody go. I will talk to you later. Um, Prayers out to everybody. Don't forget random acts of kindness because they do go a long way, and sometimes they make a major difference in a life. Small things matter. You don't have to talk about them; just do them. And be happy. Be happy in the things you do, and always do the things that keep you happy. Be things that won't embarrass you. So, you
You
guys,
gonna let me back in?
I already did.
Oh,
You guys have a wonderful evening, and I hope I see you over at Two Leaves and a Pie. Bye for now, folks.
night all.